Welcome back. It is quarter-final action time. Jay McCarty wasting no time at all in breaking the balls before we could even get to the microphone. Kev Harvey just taking his seat, ready to join me again in commentary. And I think we're watching the McCartney versus Ryan Dale. Other matches include Kurt Dunham versus Sean Partridge on the other TV table. And Ben Noonan is playing
Vince Barbuto
and
Terry
Nick
Bond and Michael Skerry.
And Michael Skerry. That is $4 to be the longest match.
Kurt started well there. He's just potted the red off the break and he's in play.
But we're going to watch the other table, Kev, because it's the great, the one, the only, the best player in the world. All
Well, I've got to say, the other two Kurt and Sean, we called them the premiership ingredients because these two have played in quite a few premiership winning teams events.
Yeah, that was when Sean turned up. Yep, I agree with you there, mate.
And I did mention to Sean in the break that we do think he has a lot of potential, but he has to step over the line and live on that.
Yep. But to be honest,
I'll take the kid.
Well, to be honest, Kurt is definitely favourite, just obviously due to past results. Meanwhile, McCartney doing what he always does. Oh yeah, I'll just pot out. The kid makes me sick. And I will be honest with you, Jake is not prepared very well for today, as normal. We went to the casino last night. We got home from to Ballarat at 3:30 a.m. We got on the road at 7:45, so not a lot of sleep as you can imagine. But it doesn't affect him. He's only 22 or something. And, well, you don't need sleep at that age.
Well, you mentioned to me yesterday, Jamie, that he is an afternoon player. And so luckily he's got through the morning and it is PM on the clock. So here we go. Yep,
and he's wasted no time in just racking up one frame on the board. From what I've heard, it's not the only thing he racks up these days. I'm just kidding, mate. I'm just kidding.
You and your humour, Jamie, it's to be spoken about, I got to say.
Now, we're switching over the other table where the balls get racked. Kurt is also on and out. A bit trickier than Jake's one, purely because the black is just smothered by a bunch of yellows. It's like a giant triangle of defenders.
And I've got to say, by the way, Sean, you can see he's wearing his red shirt from his Tuesday night competition team, which he takes very seriously. He's put together a young bunch of people who he's trying to get the best out of. They won their first match on Tuesday. And they're in the red this weekend. There's a lot of sport here for him.
Yeah, his old man's wearing the red as well.
His old man's wearing the red. Young Marty, his brother-in-law, is wearing the red. There's quite a few of them in the red. They're very proud of their second division side. First division side, I think it is, sorry.
You know what, Brian Daly has smashed to pieces that rack.
I think pretty much Brian has to be on his top game to have an opportunity against Jake and take every chance he's given.
That is the key. Well, obviously you got to break well, which he's just succeeded in doing there. Now we must not miss this out, or we must play it in such a way where Jake can't pot out. So
he's chosen the reds, and that's where he's on.
Good opener. Now the big issue really to me is the ball on its own in the top left-hand corner, purely because you've got to go up and down and do a bit of trouble with the white. That's the only reason.
I might just switch to the other game. Kurt's on his last ball and he's got that black with the cluster around it.
Oh yeah?
Quite interesting to see how he tries to extract this kid. The kid does like to extract.
Yeah, he's very attacking. Sometimes I do believe, and he will agree with me if he hears me say, he's probably over-attacked sometimes.
Yes, he has a lot of vision, and sometimes, yeah, you're right, in this game sometimes you have to control your vision because it can lead you to dark places.
I've got to say, he's looking at cannoning. I'm not sure exactly what Cannon's aimed for, but to me, cannoning the outside to the right-hand side of the yellow is probably not too bad. At least you get a shot. I think he's trying to go in between the black and yellow. Well, he's... Oh, wow.
You watch this shot, people.
Wow, well, that's
that is a tremendous shot from the kid. That is something that you will aspire to be able to play.
And Kurt Dunham,
something very, very special there.
A little bit of his snooker play there. It just gets, it's like breaking into the pack, the reds and snooker, and opening them up. We'll flick back to this frame to witness Brian Daly's attempt to pot out. And somehow, we did miss it obviously, but somehow that That black has got hard up on the yellow there. Not sure if it passes to the right middle or not. Doesn't look like it from our angle.
It looks pretty tight, Jamie. I'm not sure whether it actually does go anywhere.
So now, this ball, I never even mentioned this ball being a tricky ball because there were so many balls you could get behind it on. But as I said, that ball at the top, in my opinion, need to be eliminated much earlier than it has been already. It's going to be very difficult to get back down in the black off that red. So here we go. Not if he's going to try and stun past the blue spot maybe. Yep, that's pretty good. Oh, he's gone in off.
Oh, Brian.
Yep.
The shot could be very costly.
The shot was there though. He probably wanted to land a bit short, so he had an angle to stun off the side rail and go back down for the other red. I'm just not sure what that black's on. I'm sure the yellow is though. That's next to black in the middle. Jake just double checks that.
Yeah, I'd say right now Jake will make that yellow one when he gets to it.
Opening shot will be the plant with the two balls on the left hand side. He's just checking it with that enormous head of his. And that wasn't a close-up, guys. That's actually his real size of his head. It is just massive. So, opening shot. If he gets this opening shot, he can't not go game. In fact, even if he gets it, I'm going to back him to go game purely because he's linking balls one to the black. But he obviously wants this in straight in the hole. In fact, he won't even play that ball in midair. He'll probably just play this one and cannon it, just like that. And he's in free roll mode, Kev. He's taking less than a couple of seconds.
He's a little bit light, I think, Jamie. But I think with his talent and ability,
he's just going to check this up. There you go. Just flicked past. He checked it up a bit. So if you thought the natural path was what he just took, you're wrong. He actually used a bit of right hand side to check it up off, so it straightens the wide off the bottom cushion. Once again, advanced pull being shown by Jake McCartney. And now he's just going to put this in the middle, stun up and down off the bottom cushion. Land just as straight as he can on this yellow, so he can just play for the black in the middle.
You're calling his shots before he plays them, Jamie, so I assume that you have watched him practice with him a few times.
I play with him a lot. Well, when I was practicing, I play with him a lot. I'm not playing so much these days, but you know, when I do have a hit, though, it is with Jake.
Well, I think Jake's in his prime, mate. He's looking, you know, I'd say national titles, world titles, chances, opportunities are right there for Jake. And whereas you, Jamie, I think, you know, with your beautiful partner and your lovely son Hunter, more important things get in the way sometimes of your being able to put in the full value for your game.
Oh, for sure. Look, I still love playing the game, mate. I just don't have the, I guess, the hunger. It's very important to have the hunger, the want to win.
Agreed, mate. Agreed. I think being a Tiger fan, I think that sort of probably affects you a little bit. I'm a Tiger fan myself, as you know.
And we're up against Port Adelaide at the moment, Kev. Let's hope we can stay there.
Look, I think it's very important, just on a side note, that we do beat Port Adelaide this week. Because it could really affect our stability otherwise.
There's probably 0.4% of the people watching this that actually care about that too.
That's true, Jamie. But they'll be having a little laugh at that.
Agree with us.
Most of them will be singing that song that Richmond made famous, We Are Ninth Again. But let's just go on with the ball. Brian is broken again and he's about to, I think, take on the Reds here.
Yeah, obviously you guys haven't seen everyone playing in the room today. I've seen most of the guys playing, and just by watching the way people are playing, obviously it's match to match, but Jake is absolute favourite. I know it's hard to say when Benny's still in the tournament, but Jake is looking the most relaxed. He's just flying around the table like it does not even matter. I mean, it's just a straight tile on, nothing important. But yeah, look, in my eyes, his favourite at the moment. But Brian Daly looking to say otherwise about that.
You are right, Jamie. I think you can basically, you know, rate them and rank them however you like. But the game of 8 ball is a very interesting game because you're always a chance of losing from victory and winning from losing. So Jake definitely is favourite. With Ben Noonan's in a tournament, you can never outbite the big time Benny.
No, he started to look like he was loosening up too by the end of that match that he played.
I think the last shot we saw from young Kurt shows that he has the ability to be able to go a long way. So there's a few opportunities there. I think it's whoever is focused at the time will get the best opportunities and take advantage of them. So,
and I think, no disrespect obviously to Vince, but I think Benny's probably got the sweetest top 8 draw as far as a seed's concerned, and I'm only saying that purely due to achievements and things in the game.
Absolutely true. And look, I know Vince personally a little bit, and I think truthfully, as I said to him before when I had the break, he's done fantastically to get to where he is right now, and he's got a free shot against big time Benny. And I said to him, just go out there and enjoy yourself, because you don't get these opportunities every day. Yeah. He's actually playing second division down at the Stanford Pool Club these days. And I think after this effort today, they might have to assess their selections.
Yeah, look, and to be honest, if you ever have one of those guys that you just think is just a class above you and you're just trying to work out how to beat him, don't think about it. This is serious advice for me. A lot of people have asked me, how do you beat Ben Noon, how do you beat Jake McCartney, how do you beat this person? But there's no formula. There's no formula, guys. You've just got to believe in what you're doing. And one thing that I will say you do not try and do, and that is don't try and outdo your opponent's strengths. If Benny or Jake's opponent's strength is to just blow you off the table, do not try and return fire and do that. That does not work if that's not your natural game. You must stick to what you know best and make it dominate rather than their game.
And there's an example that Brian was making a good out. He had the opportunity to put a frame on the board, I think, and he's pretty much missed that by a little bit. Let Jake to the table. And
here comes a snooker for sure. He shanked that a bit, actually. Didn't cue it well, and Jake just takes opportunity.
That's the difference. 2 shots ago, Brian was looking in and out. Now, actually, he's left him on a little. He has left him on, but not with much of a shot.
He can't pot it, I don't think, unless he swerves a little bit. Might be able to swerve. Actually, he is. I think he's using a bit of left-hand side on this. He's trying to just only needs to bend the white like a touch. It's a very difficult shot to judge side, but as you can see, striking low, which means he's probably hitting a little bit lower. He's caught the yellow and gone straight in off.
Yeah, if he wasn't sure before, I think he'd be pretty sure now that Jake is on a good roll at this stage of thing.
Put the clock on, Dan. Put the clock on. I want to see how long this takes.
And just while he's setting it up, another young up-and-coming player in the Victorian ranks, young Nick Young, has just walked into the room. He's wearing his yellow and black shirt. Again, another Tiger supporter, I assume.
No, he's not. Just representing whatever he is representing. Australian Junior 8-Ball Championships, Darwin 2000. Obviously played juniors in state titles recently.
Oh, I think Nick, in a few years' time, you'll see Nick out there on the TV rather than standing in here with us in the booth.
Yeah, Ballarat breeds them, mate. Just breed the
Ballarat does breed them, mate. I've got to say, you guys don't do too much up there other than play pool, and the ones that do play pool played very, very well.
But there's one thing I will say about the guys in Ballarat, Kev, that just play pool. They do work. They all have jobs.
I heard they all get jobs at the hospital from what I've heard, mate. Is that true? I think you've got a sponsor there.
I think I'm actually the only bloke in Ballarat that plays that that doesn't work at the hospital.
And from what I heard for a hospital, I've heard they got a pool table, which is a pretty positive thing for a social side of it.
Yes, it gets a bit of a workout, plus the table tennis table. Jake probably rings me on average about 37 times a day to see what I'm doing, because he really doesn't do anything.
I'm not sure that black goes into the centre there. Jake's played that shot in theory for that, I assume.
He's got to. All he's going to do here. Actually, you know what? I better be careful what I say here, because it's not as simple as it looks.
Well, I'd like to say that he's played a slack shot, but it does happen in pool sometimes. That you just.
I think a shot here to control things is just to play the red off the black off the red.
I'm actually I'm surprised that he got himself into this position.
Yeah, as I've said, he was just freewheeling around.
But it goes to prove and just show everybody that even the best players have to have that control on the white ball.
That's exactly the shot I would have played.
There it is. Jake's played a great shot. Not that he needed to kill the red, but he's killed the opponent's red, and he has an opportunity to pot in the black.
In the middle it goes. Yep, it's 2-0.
And it's now 3-0.
I suspect bad things for Brian. Can't be 3-0, sure.
Hang on one sec, we'll just get a technical check there, because our scoreboard has been playing up today.
We've got a trigger. We've got a trigger happy button presser.
No,
how the hell is that 3-0? We've been here since the start of the match.
Hang on one sec, let's get another check on that.
Alright, so we missed a frame. Obviously, Invisible Bert came and visited the table while Jake was standing around watching and did the job for him. Somewhere 3-0 up.
We've crossed over again, and here we have young Kurt, who is on the Reds. An opportunity to make an out. This doesn't look very easy.
Actually, I have to be honest, I can't believe this is not best of 9 in the quarterfinals. Surely it is.
Oh, there he is. Kurt had 2 shots there. Jamie?
Selection, Victorian Committee, sorry, please reassess that for future Victorian titles and make this best of 9 in last 8. Especially on tables with 9 more pockets. So Kurt Dunham looking very much like Jake McCartney right now.
Some would say that while he was growing up the last couple of years, Kurt did put his appearance to very close like Jake, and his ability's actually rising as well. So I've got to say, maybe it's the way to go. I look at young Nick, and he also has a little bit of the same hairstyle, and his abilities are rising. So I think Jamie and I'll be getting you a wig this weekend, Jamie, and we might try and see how we go with that.
You get me all the wigs you like. I don't think it's going to help me play better pool. But I'm probably the only person. See, Kurt also came down to the casino with us last night. He didn't stay as late as what we did, but this hasn't affected him either. And he's played a very bad shot.
He's actually gone enough as well, which has definitely sealed his fate in this frame.
We'll come back to that later, but that's a shocker from Kurt. Meanwhile, Jake McCartney doing what Jake McCartney does and just pots balls.
He's on the yellows at this stage.
And, that little shot that he played there was actually a little gem. He's just cleared the yellow and made this out much more gettable.
We'll have to have a look, but I think there's 5 shots away from taking a 4-0 lead, and I think 4-0 would give him the win, wouldn't it, Jamie?
I think it will. I'm actually a bit surprised he's playing this shot, but
so he's on the hill. He's open up for Blake.
Blake was already open though. I'm surprised he played that shot, but look, obviously it didn't really matter to him. Yeah, just an issue of controlling the line here now.
Sean, just on the other table there, Sean Partridge did make the out, and I think their scores are 1-1 at the moment now.
Throws his cue onto the table as well. Though. I'm happy with his performance. Now I think we'll see Jake here, Kev. He's going to pop this yellow that he's closest to in the corner. He's going to stun off the side rail with just a touch of right hand side to bring the white ball between the two bets. Here it goes.
As I said, Jamie, you do know his shirts very, very well.
Well, he didn't actually use any right hand side there, but
he might have just turned around a bit because of his cueing there. Maybe take on the longest shot, do you think?
You know what? This shot in the middle doesn't offer him a great deal of position, so I think we'll see him take a long ball and try and screw back to a little bit shorter than where he is now.
I must say, the Chinese snooker shot, which we have to play into the centre, he has no fear of that shot,
He must have angle, Kev. This looks fairly straight. He must have a bit of angle. Well, he didn't have much angle.
He's played that quite well.
I'm actually thinking that was a pretty crap shot, Kev, but because it's Jake McCartney, I don't think it's going to matter.
Absolutely. I must tell you, Jamie, I saw Jake McCartney playing a shot over a Chinese snooker. Ball was at the top end. The object ball was near the centre. He's driven it in, Jamie, to the end.
The old famous top 4
during the
versus
semi-final, Jeff versus Jeff Gannon at Berry, the #1 tournament in Australia, and the kid made it look simple. Then.
Yeah, I actually had him in the Calcutta that.
You happened to pick him in a Calcutta, Jamie, which is a rarity.
It was only a $9,000 result.
3 balls, hitting 2 balls, he's landed fat and just won.
Well, that was a ridiculously quick match. And, Jake's just looking absolutely on fire at the moment.
I'm not really a betting man, but right now I'm about to go to the bank, I think. And it's not open on a Sunday, so I might have to steal from an ATM.
Yeah, well, at least we're going to get you some pool to watch, because that was a 3-minute match, and this one's only 1-1, so we should get you a bit more pool to watch while the other matches complete as well. As I said, the Terry Bond match is $1.04 to be the longest. So.
Young Kurt is out there again on the table with an opportunity to make it out, and moves to 2-1 up.
Yeah, and he's got a beautiful little angle here as well to just stun off the bottom rail.
You can't see it, but Sean's just sitting on his stool, having a sip of a drink, just waiting for his opportunities.
And that's perfecto. You'll see Kurt just play the black in the right middle now after he comes off the side rail and just lands perfectly behind it. Choose to stun, actually. Well, had he come off the side rail and just run through Kevin, it would have been better than what it is now.
Yeah, wouldn't have a clue how to play it, Jamie, but it looks great. I'll tell you that.
I'm sure he won't have an issue, and in it goes.
There it is. He's 2-1 up now. In the competition between the premiership ingredients.
Unless the score's 3-all, we just don't know it.
And, yes, we're having technical difficulties all day with numbers, but that's okay. I can see in the crowd there Sean's lovely partner, Stacey. She's here supporting him again, as usual, always here backing him up. Probably the rock behind that keeps him steady. And Sean's still quite in this game. He's got the cue power and the cue ability to perform.
Actually, yeah, you will get to see his break. You didn't see his first break, but he does smash the break pretty hard. Big fella as well. Gets plenty of business behind the cue.
Plenty of business. He's by the way, he's a bit susceptible to the peri-peri chicken. Amanda.
He loves the peri-peri chicken. It was something we have in common now. I'm a big Nando's fan. The only thing that Sean's probably got not going for him is his left-handed. That's probably the only thing that's not working in his favour.
I've heard you don't rate left-handers very much, Tony.
I don't know.
You feel that they may be affecting the game a bit.
Should have been shot in the sheets, a lot of them.
For all the people out there, left-handers, Jamie's only joking. He loves left-handed players.
Neil Robertson's might be the exception, but yeah.
Neil probably can go a yard with the left hand. And
Actually,
recently he's I think he made the quarterfinals, was it? At
Yeah, he got knocked
World
out by
Champ-
Ronnie. But one thing that I will say about left-handers, it's amazing, it's really strange that left-handers all seem to be very, very good single ball potters. Most of them are really, really good single ball potters. It's quite strange.
And us two being right-handers wouldn't exactly understand how they do that. But yeah, as you say, they are very good. James Mitchell, another left-hander that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Who can go a yard.
Yeah, he's definitely can cue the ball. There's no doubt about that.
And Ronnie O'Sullivan too, on some of his shots.
Yeah, well, he does. And Mark Williams, I'm not talking about the 8-ball player Mark Williams, I'm talking about the snooker player Mark Williams, left-hander as well. And yeah, he's a freak show, single ball potting.
Absolutely.
So Kurt just working out here what needs to be done. He's just got to open up. He's got the most important thing is he lands on a ball next shot after playing it with a cannon to clear the yellow. Oh, he's played it like a mutt.
And that's a derogatory term for bad shot, is it, James?
A mutt is like, well, it's, you know, when you call a dog a mutt, it's just a nothing. It's just a crossbreed, a useless thing that, you know. No offence to anybody out there that owns a mutt, but yeah, it was just a shocker basically. But he's going to get the little snooker here and just consolidate on his patch shot.
Sometimes I think it's very important for the average player out there to realise that even the best players don't always try to make it out. They're wise. The best players are really wise about selection of shots, and I think that makes a big difference between having the quality game and knowing how to use it, rather than just having a quality game and just hitting balls.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kev. I have harped on a bit all day. You know, there is an exception rule if your name's Jake McCartney.
And as usual, Jake has turned up in the commentary box again because he's a little bit bored now. He's, as usual, finished his frames too quickly and has to hang around again.
I'll tell you one thing, I'm a bit surprised that he hasn't actually got like an alcoholic beverage in his hand yet.
Actually, I think a couple of water companies are sponsoring him. They've been sponsoring Ben all weekend. And
Frantelli's a big fan of his.
Seems to be working.
You know, Sean's just obviously not happy to get out of his snooker and just wants to play the containing shot, give him two.
Just talking about water, Jamie, I'd just like to say a big hello to all the blokes from Geelong. So, you know, their water's special. Very special water they have down there. Character building, we say, up from Melbourne.
Actually, Kev, I'm sorry, you're going to have to fill me in on that one. I'm obviously not up with all the current issues at hand.
Sometimes we go to Geelong playing the tournaments. They have some great tournaments down there. They've had two actually so far this year, and I think they have another one later in the year. And,
I want to know about the water thing, Kev. Can you tell me about the water thing?
The Geelong water, what we find is just sometimes we notice the locals drinking the Geelong water, and it just seems to affect them sometimes.
It's like that. It's like the Bogues ad, is it, where you just chuck everything in the water, it just turns better.
I don't know. I can't say it turns better. I'd say there's characters out there, and I think most of them say that they drink water, Geelong water. We'll have to sort of leave that there and go with that. But just quickly on Geelong while Kurt's out there trying to pot out. Valo Dulick, the competition manager of the Geelong Open run in February, has just mentioned that he's decided to vacate Geelong. It's been a great time. He's moved over to Lang Lang, which is out the other side of town, and he said he might be running the Geelong Open out of the Lang Lang Community Centre.
Are you actually serious about that?
Yes, they've actually, him and his lovely partner Danny have moved out to Lang Lang. Only last week I think they made the move.
Yeah, right, well.
That's why he wasn't in Geelong for the Anzac Open.
Interesting venue, and I haven't seen their venue, but I'm sure it'll be all right. Valet's actually, and his crew always run a really good tournament, always done.
Absolutely, great tournament, great social weekend.
It's about the only tournament I can actually fire in over the years too, so I'm a big fan of it.
Back to the 8-ball, Kurt.
Yeah, Kurt's actually
Still
played a
the
good little
table.
screw shot off the side rather there. He's got a great shot here. Obviously the pot's not super easy, but if he gets it, he's got three options. All three balls he'll probably be on. Oh, he's undercut it.
He's undercut and also left a gap there for that yellow. So Sean's opportunity now at the table, and let's have a look and see what Sean can do here.
This shot right now is the key shot. He must clear the red so the other one can go. If he doesn't clear it, well, I believe he should run up the other end of the table and maybe get a snooker. Oh, he's potted. How the hell is that pot clean?
He's hit it very clean, Sean. It is a big pocket there, Jamie, and he's hit it very clean.
No, I actually cannot fathom
with the other shot.
Go clean. The ball looks pretty over the pocket. I don't know. I can't understand. There's a ball.
No, I'm sitting at higher elevation than you, and there is a gap there, but not for the yellow now. So he probably should have kicked that out, like you said, and given him a better opportunity at it.
Well, I'm sure it was his intentions. Oh, and that's a shocker.
And that could be a very dangerous situation Sean just put himself in.
Any bit of jaw there would have been ideal, but I'm sure, once again, obviously, he didn't mean to do that. But if he meant to do that, obviously, he's thinking he's playing billiards. But Kurt, obviously, I don't think he's worried about not potting out here. He's just decided which way he's going to go. Now, this is going to be a screw shot where he probably tries to land on the black spot and snooker. Oh, he's actually decided to kick it now. He's landed all right, but in my opinion, that's not the smartest shot.
A little bit lucky more than the ability of the shot. So.
Are you saying that he probably didn't intend to land there, Kev, like with Ben Newton style?
I wouldn't be professional enough to say that, Jamie, as just being an average player myself, but I'd just say, watching many games, I'd say that was more of a luck shot than an actual ability shot.
So, yeah, okay, so Kurt Dunham's taken a leaf out of Mick Scary's book. And then here's the result, though.
He has hurt him a little bit.
He's screwed out, not got any cannons. He wouldn't have to play that shot. And now...
the only luck he does have is he's still at the table and has one shot remaining. And again, with his ability, we could see something special here.
I would actually say if that yellow wasn't near the red in the middle of the table, that he just stuns off the back and gets behind that yellow, and there's probably not too much stress, but this is actually not real easy. Possibly a cut in the corner with a touch aside and screw behind the yellow off 2 cushions and go back up to the middle of the table. Well, maybe he can get past this yellow.
Yes, he can get past the yellow.
Well, he's absolutely poleaxed that. And there's the difference, isn't it? Sean goes straight enough, Kurt hits the jaw and lands back.
It was a Friday night down the pub. Most blokes would just take the double on straight on and then land themselves fat on the other red. But it isn't a Friday night, it's a Sunday afternoon up here at Prince's, and it's the Victorian singles title coming to you live on Q-Ball TV.
And I'll tell you what, he's going to run through this with maybe a touch aside. Oh, geez, that's not a touch aside, he's just loaded it up.
He has loaded up. The positive thing here is that on these tables, I think he's a decent chance of rolling this in and landing on the black.
Mate, Bob the Builder couldn't load up his tip truck any more than that. That was insane. There's 2 ways you can play this, Kev. You can play it confidently and bring the white to the back centre table, or you can just drop it in and give yourself a slightly harder black. Me personally, I just like to have a shot at this. Looks like I think he's going to play a drag shot. Sure, he doesn't smash this. Well, he plays it confident, and there's the see. That's what can happen if you roll that down the row. You cannot miss it. But he wants to be nice and neat on the black, so you know. I don't say it's the wrong shot by any means. There's just 2 ways to play it, and obviously either way you choose, you've got to get it.
I think the most important thing with those shots is that when you have the opportunity to have the blacks open, that you have to put the ball and take the opportunity on the black, because Sean can actually make a shot here that changes the whole game right now.
Yeah, once again, I think this is roll this in. Don't have to smash it in, just roll it in. You've got a beautiful angle on the ball in the middle, come off the back rail. So there's the difference of that. Quite that
played then.
That's the pace. Now this comes off the back rail, and ideally wants to hit the left-hand side of the 2 yellows of the back cushion. He wants to hit it fairly full. Actually, if you can hit it on the right-hand side and land behind the yellow, that'd be perfect. Well, he's actually... Well, look at that. He's actually hit it too hard.
Quite some extraction there, I'll tell you. Yeah, a little bit of work on that.
He's actually hit it a bit hard, but once again, you can just drop this in. Here's a shot that you probably do give it a little bit more. Just you want to get yourself as central to the table as you can, so you don't...
It's a nice clean shot there by Sean.
See, if he gets further across the table, though, he doesn't have any angle, and then it's just natural yellow in the middle. Now he's got to do a little bit. But he could take the long yellow one. I mean, he's a snooker player by background. He's chosen to play 8 ball more, but he is a snooker player by background. So this is kind of like a blue off the spot for him. Shorter distance. And he's taking
this is the right yellow.
I think this is a shot. If you're going to back yourself, you've got to pot a ball. Just execute it beautifully, and he's actually, see how he's giving himself an angle. He's played a little stun run through, give himself some
very
angle.
important. I think a lot of players don't realise about the use of angle in the game of 8-ball to find the white ball position.
Yeah, very important that he actually uses the other side cushion here as well. And he's come out beautifully. If you try and just land on that black, you always land on the side cushion for some reason and leave yourself a slightly tricky pot. If you play for 2 cushions there, you always land better. And that's
a nice finish by Sean Partridge there.
Enjoyable frame to watch that, Kev. And 2-all, this is fine.
Brings it to 2-all.
Finally on TV, we've got a close match.
And I think in these sorts of games, it's very important who gets the break. Can always make a big difference in scores actually on the board with a break.
Bit of free advertising there for AK8. Maybe AK8 might make a small donation to Cue Ball TV just for giving you a plug without actually meaning to.
And you see on the far table there, Jake McCartney just keep having a warm down.
Actually, on the note of sponsorship, etc., if anybody out there who watches this knows a business, owns a business, anything like that, wants to put a little bit of money into the game, or just looking for a tax dodge even, like email, call Dan, message him on Cue Ball TV, do whatever you got to do. Get hold of me, get hold of the guys who play pool. Let us know about it. Let's get things really cracking here. There's so much more that we could do. Obviously just need a little bit of funding. Dan can't just produce all the money himself. So how about helping out, guys? And it'd be great to see a lot more we could do.
Well said, Jamie. And back to the game. Kurt's actually had a great break there. Opened the balls right up. He's potted a ball, so he has the opportunity to nominate and try and go on with this frame right here, right now.
Now, obviously, the problem area, bottom right-hand side of the table with the yellow and the red stuck together. But obviously, he's going to take reds because the only balls he can pot. There's so many ways you can develop that yellow and red. You can play a thin cannon off the red that's just above it and play the plant on the red. You can get on it so you can cannon it out with well on the red. You can come off the back cushion and cannon it out. There's so many ways you can do it. It's obviously just where you get the white ball.
The good thing now, being on Cue Ball TV with us right here, you'll get the opportunity to have a look and see which option he chooses.
And I tell you what, he might actually take this on. No, he can't take it on now, obviously, because he can't nominate reds and then hit the yellow. So brain fade there for a sec,
maybe Jamie, he's going to screw back off the red on the corner pocket there, he pots, and break it out now.
Yeah, I don't mind that, but to be honest, I reckon if he does that, the bottom, the ball that's to the left-hand side of the below the pocket becomes a real problem ball. I believe he needs to eliminate these 3 balls at the top of the table now. He needs to get on the one that left to the ball over the pocket and then get on the other red in the left middle, because it's a very crappy, annoying ball, that one too. We can even get it in the right middle, but I'd prefer to be the left because you can just come down to the right-hand side of the table. It's a bit easier. There's more options if you can come to the right-hand side of the table as you clear these 3 balls. So here we go. As predicted, finally I get something right, Kev. This is awesome.
Don't worry, Jamie, you have a lot of knowledge, mate. A lot of knowledge, a lot of experience in this game. And
so what you're saying is when anyone does something opposite what I say, they're all just stupid and don't know what they're doing.
I think it's not that they're stupid, Jamie. I think they just choose a different option to you because we have different thoughts patterns in each human brain. And your one does pick a lot of good shots to play. But there's Kurt again, extracting the ball. I've got to say to you, one of the biggest parts I've seen in Kurt's game risen over the last 18 months. And I think I saw it at the Nationals in 2009 in Canberra. I think we lost in the finals to South Australia, which was very disappointing. But it was Kurt's first Nationals, and in the finals there, he played a huge shot, which attracted a couple of balls, and most people probably wouldn't have played that shot. And he did it very well. And I've got to say that Kurt's one of his biggest assets is the way he can manufacture shots and use his extraction to an asset, as we saw in the second frame when he made that black open. In the cluster.
Yep. And actually, Kurt, as far as the national level is concerned, obviously still young, he actually had a shocking national his first year. He shot pretty low, and then I think he made a really good comeback to get himself over 50%, and he started to get going and played really well in the final. Last year, same deal, he just underperformed and didn't actually get a game in the final until the very end, and then someone broke the pot out on him anyway, so we sort of want to see him pot the winning bloke, but that sort of sucked for him. But I don't believe that Kurt has arrived yet, and I know he will agree with me when I say this. He has not arrived yet at national level.
Absolutely, and also I have to say that he hasn't arrived fully in tournaments either. I think this last year we've all sort of thought that Kurt probably should be right up there and winning a tournament himself. And I think I bought him in the Calcutta myself in Geelong, where he lost to Ben Judge in the semi-final, and Ben went on to beat young Irish boy phenomenon who came over. But Kurt also, I think, is a time for Kurt to step up with that win of a tournament here and there.
Yeah.
Just I think sometimes when you're a top player and you can just put that in your belt, it gives that extra 5 or 10%, which makes a huge difference to your confidence.
And meanwhile, he hasn't actually landed very good on this one, but he's played a pretty good shot.
A lovely shot there.
And
still got a little bit of work to do here, but
that's actually that shot there. Sorry to interrupt, Kev. That shot there is actually a fairly good example. He actually didn't play for any position. He's actually just been content to pot that. Now, if he actually played that full-blooded with intent to get the wobble somewhere, he'd end up on the blue spot, and he would have been absolutely perfect. Now he's got to play a pretty long red. He should probably be okay, but these are a lot trickier than they look, these balls, especially at medium pace. Played it beautifully. He's
played it beautifully. He's back to his ability on the pot there, and as Jamie said, the idea is to try and get the white ball to the right positions. Most of the time, it makes the game a lot easier for you when you're making an out. But also sometimes I think when you're, again, the high-level players have that ability to take on balls and make sure they do work.
It needs to clear the yellow here, just above the black. He's done. Oh, that's perfect. Absolutely. As Dennis Committee would say, centimetre perfect. And no problems here. So a 3-2 lead to Kerr. He's re-establishing his dominance in this match. Powers that in, pulls the balls out of the pocket. That's like a self-psych that, the way he did that.
Yeah. I think he puts Kurt on the hill right now. Yeah, he is doing that. Puts Kurt on the hill here at 3-2, and I think it's very important when you're top line players to have that lead is a very important thing.
Yeah, and the other thing too, I think it's, oh no, it looks like it's Sean's break, because generally the players are racking their own balls these days, and it looks like Sean's racking them, so he's going to probably break. No, look at, we've got on the screen here, we've got the ever very talented, good-looking Ben Noonan playing knock from New South Wales, American 8-ball, race 31 for $10,000, and that's not total, that's each, it's 20 grand.
Unheard of, most people would say, folks. Unheard of, most people would say. But these two gentlemen obviously rate themselves.
It's a revelation for Australian pool, especially for it to
getting back to the game. Sorry, Jamie, to interrupt you, but Sean has put the white ball in off the break and given the Kurt the opportunity to basically finish the match right here, right now.
I tell you what, Kev, how many times do you see when you're your opponent's on the hill at your break, you just put a little bit of extra business on the break. You want to get that frame back and you just dump the white. It's so
very true, mate. Very true.
Unless you're Jake McCartney, of course.
I think, again, going back to last week in Geelong when Michael Scarry was playing that semi-final, we saw that where Michael and Mick Hill basically were 2-all, and they both made outs off the first four frames. And Michael won the fifth frame, led 3-2. His break, everything chance to go forward. And when he broke, he potted the white in the centre. And Mick Hill made an out. And probably just changed the whole game a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think Mick broke and pot out after that as well, and took the match, so it was a big difference.
Yeah, well, he did. He got to 4-2, and then Michael Scarry broke again and potted the white off again, break again. And in that level of game against that quality opponent, you can't afford to do that. And I think, again, with Sean, we'll see that here again with Kurt, that he'll make him pay for his little discrepancy.
Yeah, well, the problem ball, he looks like he's... Actually, I can't. Well, he's put the
black.
Well, I think he's taking the reds on. He's just going to try and disturb the red near the black, because that's the crappy ball. Well, yep, definitely. Well, here's something for you. As I said earlier, like I said, I meant no disrespect for Vince when I said it. The score with Ben Noonan and Vince is 3-2, so good effort there. I don't know how the match has actually progressed or who's made what mistakes or whatever, but good effort there from Vince. He's hanging. He's staying in contention.
You said Ben was 3, did you?
Ben's 3-2 up. He's actually at the table at the moment too. But look, we'll give you that score later on once we know what's going on. This is the match to watch at the moment. Kerr take on a long. He actually got a touch unlucky with his cannon there. He didn't leave himself any sort of simple shot. Jesus, it's deceiving the camera angle, Kev. That red to the right hand side, closest to the corner pocket on the right hand side, that looks like it's on from here. Obviously it's not, otherwise he'd be already down on the shot. But
that's right.
Well, just a small shank there. Just obviously you won't have quite seen it from where you on the camera, but he just pulled his arm out a touch there and just shanked that a little bit.
And this gives Sean the opportunity to get back to the table and take advantage of a situation that he probably shouldn't have got back to.
And I'll tell you what, Kev, these balls are pretty nice. Pretty nice. So we're going to see a stun shot off the side rail here. Just leave a little bit angle for the red that's to the right-hand side. That's all right, that's fine actually. And then he stuns up past the right-hand side of the yellow, gets on the other one for the opposite left corner. I'm trying to call this as I would see myself playing it. He's done that successfully, as I would hope to have done myself. And now, I can't tell what angle he's got, but I think he's coming off the bottom cushion. He'll be playing for the ball on the right-hand side.
He's come off the side one there.
Oh, he's screwed off it. Nothing wrong with that either. And now we're going to see a stun shot off a right-hand side cushion, and he's going to try and land probably on the other ball that's near it. He's hit it soft.
He's hit that quite well, Jamie. He's basically just working around the table, taking each ball as it comes.
You're right, actually, options to go there. I just would have liked to have got rid of that ball first, but I'd just be straight on it and then just put the one in the middle, stun that one, put the black.
Well, as you said before, the reason you probably played differently is he's a left-handed, Jamie.
Yeah, actually, that's right. That's true, actually. They do some strange things these blokes. Well, actually, there you go.
There it is.
I think, Kev, I think I might have been right. And he actually didn't cue the ball how we wanted to then. I think he just got a bit of action on it, a bit of run through that he didn't want.
Yep.
Obviously had more angle than we first. It looked like he was pretty straight.
He is standing there now in deep thought because he has put himself in a very, very dangerous position here. Kurt has an opportunity to get to the table. Could be very dangerous.
I honestly think that shot has just cost him this match, Kev. That's my sort of gut feeling on this.
I'd say the money's back in your statement, Jamie. We'll see what he can pull off here to see if he can stay in the game.
Maybe this is on. No, it's just that's a bit of a nothing shot. And well, all the balls are open for Kurt. That one that he missed, he's probably his crappiest ball now, the top left. Well, not probably, it is. Yeah, well, Kurt, if Kurt plays a snooker here, it's actually gets Sean back in the frame because he can go up and down the table and promote the ball on the right hand side. I don't think Kurt will be playing the same thing. I think Kurt will take advantage of it. He's looking at it, Kev. He's trying to work out, do I get a snooker or just doesn't? I bet you he doesn't like that ball left hand side of the table at the top.
You're right.
Benny Noonan has just got up against Vince Barbudo 4-2. Good effort though, Vince.
A great effort by Vince Barbudo. Like I said, most people probably won't know who we're talking about. Bloke has been playing for quite a while himself and has done a great job this weekend.
Yep, and that top eight's always a good performance in any comp, especially I think we had over 100 runners in the men's this year, which is I think a record for farewells. So there's a lot of people playing, so keep it going, guys.
And there's Kurt back on the 3 reds to go and the black to try and take this match out, 4-2.
Okay, this is the shot here, once again, in my opinion, Kev. Well, this must actually go easier in the middle than I thought.
It does go in the centre, it's just I think he'd have to leave that till his last ball.
I just thought maybe that you just play this ball with a bit of right hand side, just give yourself just off straight to the ball in the corner, you just stun it in and then you've just got the other red near the black. Well, no, he's playing for the middle. No doubt about that.
Yeah, I think he just needs to get behind it, roll it in, the blacks into the corner where the yellows are, and that's the end of the match.
As you can see, just lining up where he wants to be. No, do I want to be here?
Again, for those who are watching and trying to learn, it's very important here to see where he sets up the white ball. And as you see, Kurt takes his time to make sure he looks at his angles and wants to know where the white ball's going to be.
Once again, maybe a touch of left-hand side. And this is off the side cushion just to give himself a bit of angle. Yeah, there was a touch of side on that, just a little bit. That has landed. That's not awesome.
There, but I think he's got to do a little bit of work to make it move up, Jamie.
I wouldn't be surprised if he plays this in the bottom corner, actually. Would not be surprised at all.
He's setting up to go into the centre, but
if he plays this in the
whether
centre,
he can hold the white.
Well, no, he's screwing off it going on the right-hand side. No way he's holding this for the black in the right-hand corner. He's going across table. Oh, I've got no idea what I'm talking about, Kev.
It's all right, Jamie. I've played a couple of shots myself over the years, and that's probably one of the 2 that I can play. Okay.
I am an imbecile. Kurt has done it.
Kurt Dunham
So
through to the quarterfinals, taking out his friend Sean Partridge.
now, I do
4-2.
not know what the draws are going to be, but last year's final was Kurt and Jake. Will they meet each other before the final this year? I do not know who the other match is either.
You got Michael Skerry over there playing Terry Bond, and they are still. You did predict that, Jamie. You did predict they probably would be the last game on board.
Terry Bond making it so west.
So through to the
Last four, the
last
semi-finals.
four would be Kurt Dunham, Jake McCartney, Ben Noonan, and one to be.
Oh, I've just been handed a score check with Richmond Port Adelaide. Go to Tigers!
Geez, the scores are basically a 2 and a 6. Port Adelaide has it with the 2 first at 26, and Richmond has it with the 6 first at 62. Tigers look a good thing at the moment.
Jack Rewald's kicking straight. He's kicked
But
a couple.
we
He's probably kicked
do have to
2-7.
wait till the end of the game before we can discuss. It's the third quarter, I've been told. A long way to go in this game. So for Richmond fans out there, don't start singing any songs quite yet.
I'm singing. We get up. I'm singing it.
Jamie, don't, as they say, do not put the gold jacket on quite yet, Jamie. There's a little bit more in this game.
We're from Tiger.
As you can see on the screens, folks, we've got the Victorian Open April Championships.
This is the pool though. This is actually the one-shot American rules.
Oh, this is the one that's on next weekend, I see. For those who don't understand, Jamie's about to let you know exactly what the difference is there.
Yeah, okay. American rules, there is no 2 shots. It's 1 shot only, and you can put the white ball wherever you want on the table. So not behind the ball line, but wherever you want, and you only get the 1 shot. There are a few other subtle differences, like if you pot your opponent's ball, but also pot your own ball at the same time, it is not a foul. You continue to shoot. So you might pot a ball, your opponent's ball in a corner, and then get a cannon, the white ball, and pot your own ball, and you continue to play. So a lot of the time, putting a ball over the pocket can be detrimental to the game. So it's designed to be a more attacking game.
And Jamie, this is the format they'll be using when Ben Noonan plays the other gentleman for $10,000, is it?
Indeed, it is. Yep. The only thing I don't know, I'm pretty sure they're not playing on 9-ball table. I don't think Benny would do that. Although Benny proficient in all Q sports, so maybe they are. Not sure.
That is one thing Ben Noonan is proficient at, all Q sports. The kid has worked a long time at his game, and as we say, probably one of the best Victoria's produced.
Actually, I think, to be honest, if you take all Q sports into account, minus billiards, because he'll play that when he's old, probably the best in Australia at the moment. Maybe a couple of guys might disagree and bring up a couple of names and that, and probably entitled to do so as well.
I think there's a little bit of word going around that Ben hasn't won a tournament or achieved anything in the last couple of years, but I'll tell you right now, you never want to go back against Ben Noonan.
Yeah, he's getting old.
He is getting old, but Jamie, I've seen many players of this game, and one thing Ben Noonan can do is manufacture shots when he looks right out of it.
I actually reckon he's gone, Kev. He's actually on the waters again. He reckons he's
actually sponsored now, Jamie. He's being sponsored by a water company.
I reckon he told me he's getting off the grog, so I just don't reckon there's much hope left for him.
You can only have that much fun, Jamie. You can only have that much fun, and then you realise that maybe you need to step up and achieve a little bit. And I think Ben's trying to do everything he can to make sure he gives himself a great effort to win this tournament. I think he's going to come up against a couple of blokes who probably rate themselves as well. And as the top four is getting close, I think we're going to see some great games on these 2 tables in about 15 minutes, or maybe 20, depending on Terry and Michael and how long they take to enjoy their moment in the sunlight.
And actually, for those that think the format's crap or it's not working or whatever, I'd make some small subtle changes to it. Don't get me wrong. There's a couple of ways you can do it, but however, the top 3 seeds. Number 1 seed was Jake McCartney because he won it last year. Number 2 seed is Ben Noonan, and he didn't win it last year, but it's just purely because he's ranked 1 in Australia, so you sort of have to make him 2nd seed. And 3rd seed is Kurt Dunham. They're all still in the tournament. They're the 3 players that are still in.
And at the moment, I heard Michael Skerry, I think he's 4th seed, and at the moment he's been told he's 3-1 up, and Terry Bond has just gone in off the white, so Michael has ball in hand, 2 shots, 3-1 up. And he
doesn't have ball in hand.
Safety, sorry. My mistake, I was given wrong information there.
Actually, you're right, Kev. If Nick does get up, he is the 4th seed, so that will actually have. So all 4 seeds will have dodged each other, and they will all be in the top 4 semi-finals. So obviously, an example of how the format can work.
And for Victorian 8-ball, and the people watching and trying to enjoy the game, this probably will be the best you will see and then the semi-finals if Michael can get up. But please don't ever discount Terry from achieving his goals, because I've never seen anybody so committed to wanting to win than Terry Bond.
And look at this. Dan's actually managed to get the camera zoomed in on part of the table, except that bowl's in the way. But all the balls are actually at the end of the table. We can see every one of them. So we're actually going to get to see this frame. And Bondi's actually, well, he's sort of ruined things. He's put a ball at the other end of the table that we can't see now, but he's actually missed a pot.
We might have to, Stacey, I might have to just let Stacey know that she's on national TV, and she might have to look at that there for a second and time it up.
All right, we've managed to clear the pack, and I just missed what happened there. But Bonnie's having a look and see what's going on. Obviously, it's impossible. We're about 20 metres away from what's going on, so we'll just have a guess at what's going on.
We do know Michael's at the table, and that's something now.
Going up and down, he's hit his red.
The lovely Stacey and Sean have just entered the box. We did let them know that they were on national TV while they were being romantically inclined there, and there could be a few little comments coming to them over the text in a few minutes.
Did see some moving hands too.
Yeah, we did see a little bit. Sean Partridge right here, mate. Been unlucky out there. I think a few rolls one way or another. Probably true words from Sean there, although, like I said, he is a personal friend of Kurt's, and they do have the premiership ingredients together. So
well, I think it's been the best match.
We know who he'll be going for when it gets down to the top four. Sorry, mate.
I think that was the best match we've had on TV so far, as enjoyable to watch. Most of the other matches have been it'll just one person blows the other one away, which is great to watch. But we like to watch close matches as well.
Absolutely, I think the intensity for TV is to have something to watch and get a bit of a feel for.
Now, meanwhile, Bonnie's previous chop-up has got him back to the table after Mick went up and down, and he's looking at this yellow to see if it goes in the corner, and the other yellow, as you can see, look at this shot, look at this angle. Dan has just produced.
I'll tell you right now, we have the best cameraman on the best camera work in Australia, folks. Second to none. This bloke finds it when he needs it.
And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're actually going to put a camera on his shoulder soon and just get him to do some spectator cam for us.
I've actually been told that they're thinking of trying to integrate into the glasses on the head concept, Jamie.
Shoulder cam
or nose cam, where you get basically a real bird's eye view of the shot, and maybe even the work they do on the white ball there.
Right, well, we can't quite see the black, but I can tell you
Terry's about to pot the black from what I can see.
Yeah, he's not going to miss it.
And it looks like it's going to be 3-2 at the moment, and they're going to be running another rack.
Scary. You will not know that's on camera. That's actually bloody hilarious.
Michael Scarry has been known to be a little bit of an injury, and that was a samurai move.
And he's done. Actually, now he's got to do a bender in the toilet break. He's just used the pool cue as a machete there for a quick second.
Just while we're on a break, just in case they're listening, to Rusty Wheeler and Brent Reid there, just happy to be sitting in yours positions, boys, because I've heard you guys a few times on the microphones yourselves. Personally, I might have to beep this out, but I think a lot of it's full of shit. But especially the final of the Nationals last year, I think the boys didn't have much to say since they were commentating, as they watched the Victorians, I think, three-peat, was it? Or
it might have been three in a row, actually. No, I think that was the third. I can't. To be honest, I can't. I'm not trying to.
We've had a couple of loose in a row. It's just hard to remember. I think 09 we lost to Canberra, so we won 10 and 11. I think it was.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But I think I had the opportunity to watch the final on the internet through Keyball TV and listen to Rusty and Brent have a bit of verbal on the microphones, and I, as usual, just in Victoria, a couple of Queen songs they were talking about.
Look, you might be also referring, I think Rusty gave me a pretty hard time, but in fairness, I copped that pretty well because, geez, I give him a hard time as well. So.
Oh, look, don't get me wrong, Rusty's a character of the game, and makes it more fun all the time. I haven't had the pleasure to really know Brent too much. But
actually, I did actually have a bit of a joke with Brent Reed. I don't think it went down too well with him, but I'd said to him at presentation night, I went up to him and I said, mate, I heard your commentary. I'm not impressed by it. Get outside now. I'm going to punch your face in. And he
couldn't see the humour in that.
Well, no, he slowly wandered outside. A little bit ginger he was, but as soon as he wandered outside, I gave him a big cuddle and he shivered like a little wet dog. And I said, I'm just kidding, mate.
So wet dog's different to the mutt you were talking about before?
Oh, well, same thing, really.
Same thing, yeah.
But look, I'll just apologise on Keyboard TV to you, Brett. I was just having a lend with you there, mate. And, tears aside, I'll get your box of Kleenex next time I see you, and hopefully we can just, put that under the table.
That's it, and back to it. Terry Bond is actually on the table here. He's 3-2 down against Michael Scurry, but an opportunity here to do some work. He's on the reds, as you saw. He just spotted a red.
It's a good opener, actually, from Bondy.
Bondy's on a mission, I think, here, and Michael Scurry's going to have to really get down and focus and finish him off if he's going to get to the next level, the semi-finals, the Victorian Singles Championship.
Well, it sounds stupid, Kev, but if this match gets a 3-all, Bondy actually goes favourite because Mick having such a good lead and then losing that lead.
Agreed very much. The game does work on your emotional state, and sometimes the boys find it very hard when they're in the lead and come back, or vice versa. So we'll see who's got the strength here of character to finish this off.
Yeah, none too more mentally tough than Terry Bond when the balls are all congested and stuff's to be done. Kurt Dunham's just joined us now with Ashley. Ashley, the horse riding champion. Has got, by the way, the best set of dimples you'll ever see in your life. Can turn a room with a beautiful smile.
And Kurt actually is just waiting for the semi-finals to start. He's been talking to his personal trainer, and they've got him on the fried dim sims, which always give a bit of strength and character to your focus. I know myself, being a bloke who's a vegetarian.
Well, you might want to be careful there, Kurt, because look, I think you just did play Steve Tran along ago, and I've heard he's cooked them up. So if you're twitching on the floor in about 20 minutes, we know what's going on. Now, you'll see on camera there's a lot of shaking in Bonnie's back arm, but I've been told, and I've known him for lots of years, he cannot play unless he's shaking. He's always, even when he was 4, he had that shake. So.
Part of his routine and rhythm, I think, mate. That's how it works for Bondy.
Yeah.
Most people are actually stunned at the way he plays, but he's done it so consistently. He's got that many Victorian shirts in his bag.
He's got about 34.
Australian shirts, Masters, World shirts.
He got runner-up.
Everything in the game, Bondy.
Runner-up in the World Masters last year. I think it was last year. Might have been the year before. Whenever it was, he did it, and that's a great achievement.
Oh, as we're talking, here comes Steve Tran checking out those dim sims again.
He's come over to see if Kurt started twitching yet.
There it is. We're going to have a verbal here. This is going to be on, folks.
I don't know if you heard that, but it went something like, "What are you doing eating my dim sims?"
Michael Scurry at the table at the moment. He's on yellows.
Oh, he hasn't hit that well, actually.
He's actually Michael's going to step up with his character here. He's had the lead, and if he wants to stay in this match, he's going to have to step right up, and because he has the ability. He has the ability definitely to take out this match.
He may have to bust the samurai sword out again.
That's true, Jamie. He's known for that a little bit.
Yeah, Dan's doing some fancy stuff. Look at, we've got a new score. Anything could happen here. Nick Young's got out of the score.
Nick Young is coming to do the technical work. Fantastic, Nick.
So when you see this best of 7, the score's 32-9. You know there's a problem. Terry Bond lining up. It's just impossible to tell whether there's an out on or not here from the angle we're on.
He has part of the red, but I'm not sure, but I think he's kicked the other red, and the yellow looks like to be over the pocket. Then again, from this far,
I reckon you're right, Kev. I reckon there is an out on. I reckon he's got to get fairly straight on the yellow that's the furthest away from the table as we look at it. Get pretty straight, and then he can stun it.
Just to know, Jamie's on the reds, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, he's in yellow.
Mate, just listen to me. Just give me a couple of seconds just to explain myself. All right?
Sorry, mate. Yep. Apologise for that. I didn't realise you're the technical advisor on our show here.
I'm just trying to help the crowd out. The wonderful fans we have, plenty of tension, colour, excitement, and so he's going to pop this ball on the cushion, try and land as straight as he can on the right. That's in the middle of the 3. As we look at the shot, and get as straight as he can, and then stun back, play the red, and try and get it straight on that one as well. Stun that in the other left-hand middle. Well, he's just going to do...
Terry Bond played a safety.
Bondi.
Who would have thought?
Bondi, I'm sorry. Have a crack. That is crap.
It's worked for him for many, many years that we've stated, Jamie, and I wouldn't take anything on new unless you're sure of it.
Look, it's a percentage shot, but I have to say, if he did actually have a chance to go out there, I don't know if maybe he didn't, but if he did, I would have taken it on. But you know what? I did that all day today and I lost, so he's probably played the right shot there in the end.
Well, first-hand knowledge is always important to bring to the microphone, Jamie, and you have plenty of that.
Oh, so. Absolute imbecile. But he hasn't set the ball that well over the hole.
No, he hasn't. I think there is a gap there.
Oh, and who's that? Move that clown out of the way. I cannot see that on the table.
Yeah. Can we get security in here, please? Yep. Security. We've actually got our security. They're actually brought in from Ballarat.
Yeah, Troy, he's just rough nutting him. Just get out of the way, mate. Just try and move along, otherwise I'm going to kick your face off. Right, now it's all done, sorted out. No worries.
Yeah, it is. Now being an non-violent sport that it is. Oh, hang on, just a second.
So now Bondi has, he's put another ball over.
Over the pocket.
I don't think that one's covered either, though. I reckon both these pockets aren't covered.
Michael's walking around with a bit of spring in his legs, so maybe he sees the gaps.
Special comments from Supercoach Jake McCartney, Supercoach 5000. Right now, not sure what scary is. Obviously, we don't know what's going on, but it's good that we can at least see the frame and give you a bit of an idea what's going on.
For those who don't know, Michael's wearing his beloved teal and black shirt.
Here we go. Here we go.
Manhattan Pool Club. Very committed to that team that he plays in.
Much like the Stanford he used to be committed to, that it was easily forgotten now that the teals come into play.
Terry,
it's the first I've heard you lost for words, mate.
Terry at the table now.
Oh, the old subject change has come into play.
Jamie actually is a former Stanford champion player. Won his first premiership there many years ago now, Jamie. Probably when you had a little bit more hair and a little bit more. I think they call you solid now. Back in those days, to be known as Smash.
Oh yeah, I did give a speech one day when we were playing the RSL, I think it was, and
it was down at from what I remember, Q Sports back in those days. It was against the Mitcham.
No,
is that the one where you dropped your pants, Jamie?
That was a different time. I blame Andrew Zenu and Mark Robley for getting me drunk on White Sand Booker. But no, this one night we're playing the RSL and someone said to me, I don't know who it was, she said, why don't you give a speech tonight, Jamie? It was the first one I'd given. And I've basically just said, let's just smash these beeps off the table. And from there on it just became, everything was just smash.
You went from smash to solid and become more of a conservative player in person over the years, Jamie. Actually was quite a character before.
Oh, he has not covered that pocket. Or has he? It's hard to tell. His little second feather after he played the shot indicates he's not happy with the shot. But Terry's looking at this. Trust me, if it's on or even manufacturable, Bondi will work out a way. My feeling on the... Oh, what's going on here? This is off its chops.
Obviously can see that ball, Jamie.
He must be able to. I totally like. Even if he can, I still don't agree with this shot.
Oh, he's intentionally played the white through the red to follow it in.
I am going to say...
So he doesn't leave him fast-legged in some way.
I don't understand that shot. I'm sorry, but that's just... Maybe, actually, you know what? I know why he's played it now. Obviously, there's no way that red was going under that yellow. It can't have been. Otherwise, you just don't play that shot. And Terry Bond is too smart.
Yep. Definitely agree with you there, Jamie. He's an extremely smart pool player.
The thing is, surely that red is on now, and now Mick just doubles the other red to the other end of the table, stuns off the side cushion, gets on this one. Jesus.
Michael's on yellow.
Oh, he's on yellow. That's right. Oh, too much gear in my system.
Oh, just a long way to view the balls from this far, Jamie. So you can understand the mistake.
Too much adrenaline. But whatever he's done, it hasn't worked out awesome.
But he has the opportunity right here, right now, to take the game out and finish the match. And we'll see what Michael Scurry comes up with here.
Just wondering what... Well, he's actually tried to produce. He's tried to get the cannon. I think he's actually got very, very lucky there. Well, he drops his head. Maybe the plant's on.
It's about opportunities here, folks. And right now, on this table, Terry Bond is right at it.
I'll tell you what. This sounds really weird. Bonnie kind of half deserves to be on this plant because that was a shocker. And if he actually got away with that, that's actually really unfortunate. Mistakes often need to be punished, but if he got away with it, well, he got away with it.
Well, they definitely do need to be, as you move up into the order of the competition, definitely need to punish because the opportunity given back could be very dangerous.
And Mick, I don't think you actually intended that shot.
That would be a definite.
Well, obviously the plant wasn't on. Where's this white ball going? It's not bad. But the top of the table, the black must be covering the yellow on the side cushion, maybe.
By the way, I see in the far corner that the Ladies Victorian Singles Championships are on at the moment.
Oh yes, we forgot about
them. We haven't discussed that to a great deal, but the ladies out there are also back-to-back national champions at the moment.
They are. They're
the Victorians.
Now. They call themselves the Vic Train.
And I think we'll try to find out some information and get it to you as soon as possible.
Well, I know that Colby's not going. Actually, I think Rhiannon.
There we go. Lyndall Element and Rio McLaughlin are 1-1 at the moment, and Tracy Skerry and Joe Brown 1-1 at the moment as well.
So the Skerry family trying to dominate.
Skerrys are out there having a go at the moment. Actually, that's quite a in-house game, that one between Joe and Tracy. I think they're both committee members of the brand new Top League VPPL Association competition that's running now in Victoria. Yeah,
no offence to the DDPL. We don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
I think we should move on to Michael again. Jamie, there, he's on the yellow there, and he's about to try and extract the yellow and finish the match out here.
Now
we have many numerous leagues in Victoria. That's probably the asset for the quality of our competition, that we actually have so many different leagues you can play in Victoria for 8 ball. So anybody who hasn't joined a league and playing, please feel free to ring the Victorian 8 Ball Association for Victoria.
You're not restricted to one particular night a week. I think they all play over separate nights. Obviously, there can only be one league.
That's right. And even if you're in country Victoria, like we said, Ballarat perform. They have fantastic players out there in Ballarat, and actually not a bad feed down the old local Chinese restaurant on the main road.
Oh, well, there you go. A bit of a plug for the local Chinese restaurant. And I'll tell you, I'm going to give a plug to a food joint. South Yarra in Melbourne, William Street, best Indian food in the world. Yarra Indian Takeaway or Yarra Indian Cafe. Awesome.
Quality naan bread, hey?
Mate, quality everything. It's a $12 note for naan, rice, and whatever dish you get. It's just unbeatable. However, I do think he might put narcotics in it because I'm addicted to it. Now, Bondi, Mick's played a safety shot, which obviously wasn't a bad one because Bondi's taken 3.5 years to play this next shot. So I'd say yellow to the corner, maybe?
No, he's on the reds, Jamie.
Oh, sorry, red to the corner. To the middle. Oh, it was on. Oh, he's got a nice little nudge off the
Well, here we go. Terry, 2 shots away from making it 3-all. And taking the quarterfinals a little bit longer in. You can see Jake out there still practicing. Kurt's finished his seams and now he's finishing it up with water.
He's not twitching yet either. So
Benny Noonan could be anywhere.
Benny Noonan's at the TAB.
Terry Bond has potted the black.
He didn't want that cannon. This is actually
He's still on.
Well, it's definitely not on the middle. It's too thin. He's going to be screwing off this to the corner. It's sort of, he can kind of play a bit of a sort of a safety shot with the white.
If Terry Bond actually does get this black, we'll be looking to Michael Skerry to use one of his samurai sword shots.
Actually, this is not as thin as I thought because he's not hitting that low. He's just dead stunning this, so it must be fairly straight. He's banged it in.
Terry Bond.
We've got another match on hands.
It's 3-all, and we're going to the last frame, folks.
3-all.
This is a tight match right here, right now.
Dropped the ball like you wouldn't believe. Or did you actually put that up? Nick Young has dropped the ball. He's banned from scoring.
Here we go, folks. One spot left, Jamie, for the semi-finals of the Victorian State title, and Michael Scarry or Terry Bond will have the opportunity. They shake hands, and basically it's a best of one match now.
Terry Bond a break. I thought it might have been Mirror Master's break, but it's actually not. Oh, that's Mick Scarry, by the way. It's not a bad break, but the white ball's just got away from him. He's got a sort of
He's left the white down the end there. He's changing cues. He's putting his breaking cue away.
Oh, so many
picking up the magic one.
So many people starting to implement the separate breaking cue now. Guys, pull your heads in. You just need one cue to play this game. You're not playing on a 12-foot table or a 2.5-inch white series. Get real.
Actually, talking about that, I think the president of the Victorian 8-Ball League plays with 2 cues, but
No, plays with 4. Plays with 4.
4 cues, is it?
He's got a screw back cue, a top spin cue, a break cue, and a stun cue.
I'll tell you, the bloke pulls off a lot of shots with each cue. So we've got another update there. Richmond 71 to Port Adelaide 47. 10 minutes into the last quarter. Port Adelaide coming hard at him.
Not singing the song anymore. Richmond is renowned for chopping up at the end of matches.
Yep, there's no need to go on with the... Let's get back to the pool here and let Richmond do what they can by themselves.
Right, so Bondi taking a while to decide what he wants to do. He's made up his mind, queuing up the ball, and no idea what he's nominated. Obviously, yellow.
Yeah, it's a yellow, and he's played a safety.
Unusual.
Unusual, but consistent.
I don't think he actually had a pot on, though, to be fair. And
Michael Scarry will be looking to finish here if he can, because Michael knows not to let Terry to the table.
Geez, he needs a good opening shot here. There's something on. Well, he did take it on, but that once again was a shot to nothing. Oh. Well, I'll tell you what. I expected cues to go flying, samurai swords to be a schrobbin, and. I just made up that word, Kev. And
no, Jamie, you do make up a few words, and that's one of them.
Normally he smashes his cue around a little bit, Mick, but he stayed fairly content with what he's done.
Terry, basically 2 shots, ball in hand, and an opportunity on the yellows, I think it was.
Yeah, it is. I don't say... Well, there's no definite... He's not definitely out yet, but it's just hard to tell where the balls are situated and what's getting in the way of others and stuff like that from where we are. But this opening shot will tell us a lot. Oh, that's just gone in.
It has gone in, and it has left him in the balls there, right in the middle there, with plenty of opportunities.
Yeah, I've got to say, I reckon, well, Mick's just doing his little lap of honour, or getting some extra TV time. Fair dinkum, Mick, get out there. He's walked over to Jake McCartney. He's trying to do the old, I've lost this match, I'm going to go talk to some people and have a bit of a whinge and just wait until I get a strawberry. We all do it. But Bondi's looks like he's just absolutely played that first shot fat, and he's just got multiple choice of balls. He will not see him do like the Jake McCartney run around the table at 300 miles an hour and pot out in 14 seconds. He will take some time and compose him, keep himself composed. Wow, that is a super shot.
Terry with 2 shots in hand.
I'll tell you now, Kev, he draws that, he loses this match. That's how big a shot that is. That's a super shot. Now I have to believe this. The yellow goes in the middle. Surely it does. I can't believe he's not playing it now. If he's actually on it all right, maybe he's sort of on a double angle.
There's a few angles there. He's got a few balls to choose from. Just has to make the right opportunity count.
We've just found out the semi-finals. It's a bit unfortunate in one way, but the one match will be the 2 heads, Jake McCartney and Kurt Dunham. So obviously Ben Inner will play the winner of this match. Well, he was on it in the middle, and well, I think Scarry needs act of God to win this match now.
In the game of 8-ball, you're never out of it, but right now he's not looking too in it, Michael.
Samurai sword might come out. Oh, who was that mutt that just walked past?
There goes the lovely Colby walking past the camera again.
I had to play a plant.
Bondi is now 1 shot remaining.
This has just gone from AB, well, I thought was ABC, I didn't realise he had to plant it, to still chop-upable.
We're more DEF now.
Yes. I can't even say what way to go here. It's so hard to tell where we are, but it's looking like you play the plan and try and get as straight as you can.
I think the actual ball over the pocket is actually on the other side of the pocket, so I think you could play that yellow inside that one, mate.
Actually, Kev, what am I saying? You pot the ball along the rail, pot the ball over the corner,
come back around,
yeah, and just get a little bit of angle to play for the black in the middle.
Terry stretching there a little bit.
It's a good shot to see the shakes. Oh, he hasn't potted. He hasn't potted.
Covered the pocket.
No, he tried to control that too much.
He's given an opportunity for Michael to come to the table, which, as we all know in the game, you don't want your opponent to get to the table. So
Michael's scary.
Let's see what Michael do to stay in this match.
Trick as well, and he's got back to the table.
He's got a lot of work to do, bud. A lot of work to do. He has to find something to keep himself in the game right here, because Terry looks like he's quite open still when he gets back to the table.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a pot on. Maybe that one that's closest to us on camera.
You could probably cut one of those two reds in the centre there. But is that going to be a promotion of a positive shot? We're not sure.
Oh, update on the women's. Tracy Scary is leading Joe Brown 2-1. Rhiannon McLaughlin leading Lyndall Element 2-1.
There you go, Jamie. While you had that, Michael did cut one of those balls into the centre pocket. Put himself right at the other end with the white, and can't say too much to do.
Well, was he committed to the shot? Like, obviously you don't want to pot it and land there. So has he played?
I don't think
he
looked too positive once he'd hit the shot. So he was hoping for something different, I think.
Well, that didn't look easy. That pot. That did not look easy, especially
no, it didn't. And I'm not sure whether he's left him snookered or not, but he had a look himself. So we'll know in a second.
Okay,
Terry has called for total and has been given that. So, as we know in April, total means you can't see your balls. And,
or you've got a large stomach.
Terry is sizing up his options now.
Yeah, I think Scary looked like he just played that like real casual like, but now obviously we know why.
I think he actually might have looked for the total.
What's he doing here? Is he actually playing the red down to the yellows, is he? Or is he trying to play like a little swirl? Wow, he's actually played it down there.
The red,
Rio has just played a massive out apparently. I know I know it's hard to believe it's women's pool and stuff, but apparently she's played a massive out. And Lyndall, she's 3-1 up.
It is a pretty good effort because Lyndall Element is a Australian representative, and I think has played in the World Championship team.
Indeed, definitely.
Michael, I think, has killed Terry's ball with his first shot.
Mick's trying to get some control over
and
this.
He's trying to work back into the game because Terry has the far corner covered with two yellows and Michael's red.
Actually, I don't think we gave that shot enough credit. That was a really good shot he played. He's just played another good shot to remove another horrible red.
He's going to have to earn two shots somewhere, but because he's got that dead red there.
The problem he's got now is he's got to get this ball out before Terry gets to the table again. He's only got one shot. And he has pulled it. Oh, no!
Michael's scary.
Is there a
played
foul
a shot and given Terry two shots.
Actually, it doesn't matter if there's... if you can see this ball over the corner pocket, he's just going to drop it in and play a double. Now, you don't just drop it and land anywhere. It's very important you get as straight as possible on this double. So the white ball is hardly moving. You can control the situation 100%. So it's still an important shot here for Bondi. He twitched on it a little bit, but well, he's got pretty straight on it. That's a really good shot.
He's probably just going to play it out and use his two shots right now.
Yeah, now it's hard to tell, but I think the black will go in both middles. Well, it definitely goes in the far middle.
The black goes in both middles, definitely.
Yeah, probably so the corners too, so he's got a lot of
I think it's basically now, this is the money shot right here.
The only thing that can go wrong is a double kiss, or you overhit it and put yourself on the side cushion on the other side of the table.
Very true.
Oh.
He's played that quite well, Terry. Left himself a little bit of shot on the white ball with the cushion, but the yellow's over the pocket.
Yeah, but has he got any angle? Jake's just called the word fat. I think he's talking about P-H-A-T, like he's landed perfect. And he's dropped it in. Obviously, this bloke goes in the middle. So one
shot away from
this is a huge effort.
the semi-finals of the Victorian State title for Terry Bond here.
3-1 down. Big effort. And it is in. Terry Bond has come
from nowhere,
back from the dead. And Michael Skerry, so many tournaments recently, he's getting to the business end and just falling over at one of the hurdles.
We're pretty devastated, Michael Skerry, because he's actually probably in some very good form at the moment.
Oh, he was extremely confident with his the way he was playing, but we didn't see the whole match. Obviously, it was difficult. Some shots, we didn't get to see everything happen there. But look, Terry's he does what he always does. He fights back and stays in it. So we're going to see Terry Bond, Ben Noonan versus the two heads.
Kurt Dunham.
Oh, and Richmond's kicked away, 84-47. 20 minutes down, Richmond can't lose. Finally, we've won a game. Now we're definitely going to follow.
Well, Jakey's already out there practicing, warming himself up for this competition.
We're definitely going to follow last year's two finalists. I think that's definitely the match to follow.
We've just been told it's best of 9, which is basically race to 5. So, folks, we have the 4 players ready for the state singles title semi-finalists. The 2 winners get the chance to play off. Just a side note on that, Jamie, the 2 winners of these 2 semi-finals are basically straight into the 2012 state team for Victoria to go up and play in Queensland for the Nationals.
Indeed they are, and it's not just all about making the side as well. They also get, the winner gets their trip fully paid for, and the runner-up gets half their trip paid for. So,
I think it's a very good option there, and I think for Paul Victoria, well done for that, because it does take a lot of effort to get out there, personal money, personal finances, and good to see the boys getting something out of that. So it's a little bit of effort there for the to make the final. So it's just a final in itself, you could say, Jamie, with the rewards that you can pick up off these 2 matches.
I've got to say, that thing that Don is using to just flatten the cloth out, I actually might steal that.
And actually, that's Don Colbert, the president of Victoria, the gentleman who uses 4 different cues in a match.
Yes, and he's mate, he must have a tough time actually running the whole tournament. Oh, he's obviously got some other stuff, which we'll mention. Andrew Birch is forever sitting behind the computer doing all the stats, and
she's just person doing the 1%ers, which makes the big people look good.
Chris Costello also, and actually I think they've pretty much just the 3 of them have done things today, unless I've rudely forgotten someone.
I think Cheryl Coggan was here for a while.
Yeah, Cheryl
Sue Blumenich.
Actually, Cheryl's actually still here. She handles all the women. Sue
Blumenich, who's new to Paul Victoria this year. She jumped on board.
Well, yeah, she did bring some excellent carrot cake in yesterday.
Just handed Jake McCartney a 20-cent piece for a toss.
Don't expect to get that back, Kev.
No, he's brought it back. He's kept it. No, he's brought it back.
He just throws it disrespectfully.
He realised it was mine and not yours, Jamie. So these 2 boys are raring, as you can see, already at the table.
Kurt must have won the toss because he's racking his own balls. You will not see these guys racking each other's balls. Jake's like this biggest paranoid imbecile when it comes to racking the balls. Look at him drinking his water.
It's quite funny with Jamie and Jake. Jake's already picking his 6th sense that Jamie's having a go at him, and he was exactly right.
So Kurt to break off. There we go.
The balls are broken, and
there'll be no hesitation in nominating yellows here.
Although he spotted a red, he obviously will change straight to the yellows because they are the good balls.
Yeah, he will nominate. I'm surprised he hasn't already said the word. There it is. A yeah man from Jake. A yeah man.
On the other table, they've had the toss. Ben Noonan has won the toss with the heads, and I assume will break when he gets to the table.
We won't not break. I actually think if Kurt is to win this match, he needs to apply pressure to Jake and stop him free rolling.
Exactly. He needs to make a statement right now that he's here to play.
Because if this doubt doesn't get made and then Jake just free rolls you out, I'm going to say the match will already be over. Yeah. Oh no. Nah, he's okay.
He's landed okay.
Oh, look, if we just tell you what, the commentary booth's actually become the most popular place in Victoria at the moment. We've got about 39,000 people sitting behind us, like the MCG. Matt Kerwood has just come over, another Ballarat
Young
future
Matty, one of the
champion.
future of Victorian pool. Absolutely.
You
won't see a kid out there practicing harder than he has. He takes on all the senior players.
Oh, well, look at
Not
this.
shy at all.
Look at this.
Kurt has just cut up stumps.
Well, he's landed probably in the only spot on the table that he didn't want to be. Oh, Lyndall, you obviously just tuned in. This is Lyndall Holly I'm speaking to. All right, I've told the women's score about 37,000 times now.
Tracy Skerry,
Tracy
2-all with Joe Brown.
2-all with Joe Brown, and Rhiannon McLaughlin is up against Lyndall Element 3-1. I think they're playing race to 4. So meanwhile, Kurt has played a pretty good recovery shot.
Out here. He has hit the yellow, but can't say that's actually promoting it.
God, it's just too quiet in here now. We're so close to tables and we're trying not to be loud.
It will be quite a Jamie whisper because we don't want to set the boys off the wrong way. Any comments we
Definitely
make.
doing my best, Kev, but it's it's not that easy at the moment. So well, you can't even set a table when McCartney's in front of it. Well, he's tried to extract one ball out, not quite got it.
Just missed the extraction there, James.
But really, Kev, the huge problem ball is that one on the right side. If it doesn't go to the middle, looks pretty tight.
Meanwhile, the table Ben Noonan is about to pot his last red and get onto the black in the first frame against Terry Bond.
That didn't take long. Second extraction attempt is successful, but the problem with that, he hasn't landed on anything except for the ball's extracted to the corner. And
Ben Noonan has just gone 1-0 up against Terry Bond with a great out.
Now the problem with the shot that he's just played, Kev, is he can't actually run through this and land on the other red that's at the bottom of the table to extract the red on the right hand side, pushing. He just won't be able to get that angle. So he's just, he's decided to try and top it through, but he's got the double kiss on the yellow.
There's a little bit of work left in this match, in this actual frame between Jake and Kurt. Both boys have the power and ability to make some great outs, but this one's going to be a little bit of work here.
Yeah, I don't see a real simple out here. I don't think he can play in the corner. I think the jaw's in the way. So this is why he's jacking up.
Yeah, exactly.
Big shot this. And he's actually hit the jaws, and he's fluked it in the middle.
He's chalked the ball
puts his
out.
hand up.
Yep.
Puts his hand up. He actually only put one finger up to say AEL number 1.
But I do want people to realise that I don't know the game of 8-ball very well, that this does happen in the game. This is part of the game. There are 6 pockets, and if you hit the ball hard, it can go anywhere. So
And nobody means to jag, and at the end of the day, you can't get upset with your opponent. I mean, he didn't mean it.
absolutely. And as I say to most people, at the end of your career, you probably end up about even when it comes to luck and bad luck. So
And you know what? You don't even have to acknowledge the fact that you fluked the ball. It's just a hidden etiquette in the game.
that's right. Part of the unwritten law of pool. It's what you do after it that counts. And
That's
right
hard to
now,
rail.
Jake McCartney has landed the ball and promoted the other one, and he's about to probably go 1-0 up right now.
That actually wasn't small. He's used a bit of right inside there too to get on the opposite side. Well, I did say earlier that Kurt had to win this frame. I hope for his sake that I wasn't wrong. Well, I am wrong, sorry.
There it is, Jake McCartney, 1-0
So
up at
1-0. He
Kurt.
puts his hand up and says sorry at the end, so, obviously realises there's a bit of fortune there. I mean, he is a king of the strawberries, Jake McCartney.
I think one of the most important things about that word with luck, Jamie, is that in the game of 8-ball, if you do get a little bit luck, it's very important that you take advantage of it because it can turn on you at any time.
Oh,
So
Absolutely.
opportunity is opportunity, and you should always try to go with that.
Meanwhile, Ben Noonan has played it excellently with Cannon.
He's on the yellow balls, and he's trying to make another finish to go 2-0 up here on this table.
Hasn't actually landed awesome. And we're not going to find out what he does.
Jake McCartney's broken and potted 2 yellow balls from what I saw. Sorry, 2 red balls.
Well, once again, geez, how many times have we seen the problem area being the bottom right-hand side of the table? I've just had a comment from my lovely Mrs. Colby. She reckons Jake looks like he's actually been in the rain. His hair is off its chops.
And he's on the yellows and just potted one. Left himself a few options.
Yeah, it's a pretty good shot though, pretty good opener. So I'll make the call already, Kev. Jake's.
Meanwhile, Ben Noonan on the other table is making another good out here. He's got 2 more yellows in the black. And will be 2-0 up.
I thought I was really interrupted there, Kev. Just kidding, mate.
So I didn't hear you talking, Jamie.
What I was just going to say is Jake's his aim here will be to get on the yellow that's on the right hand side of the table, near the cluster of yellow and reds, and just extract them out. In fact, we may see it after this pot.
That's right.
And I'll tell you what, that yellow is on, but it is actually really tight, and I mean really tight.
Just so you know, Ben Noonan has enjoyed his last ball down the end and left himself a chance for Terry to come to the table.
Tell you what, I think he's changed profession to a bartender, to a blacksmith. He is just forged an axe and chopped up.
He's played a safety, Jake. He's left it flat over the corner there.
Yeah, as I said, Kev, it was actually really tight. It had to be hit so well to go.
Very true, Jamie. You want to make sure of these shots because right now you're at the top end of the competition.
And I think Kurt has to play a face cut double here to try and get the ball over the pocket. Needs to avoid the double keys. Probably needs to put a bit of right hand side on it. As you can actually see from the angle that he's actually using right hand side. Then you saw the white ball go to the left.
It's very good shot. He's got what he's
needed.
needed.
He's got himself back in this frame because he looked actually in massive trouble before he played that shot.
Jake probably can cut that ball in near the pink spot.
Richmond have got up 91 to 54 and may bust a song out later on, but
that is the final siren, is it? Well, thank you very much, Richmond. Giving your supporters a little bit of hope there. Ben Noonan has played a magic safety on the other table.
Yeah, it's actually a shame we did miss that actually, because that was a super shot.
Magic safety.
He was actually snookered and got out of the
table. That's right.
Well, actually, I thought he got a snooker back, but he didn't quite.
Oh, he hasn't yet. Okay. It did seem like it, but he's actually
on a ball in the middle, so he should go game there. If he doesn't, well, I'm not sure what's going on.
And Jake is taking the ball near the pink spot.
I think you're going to try and put this over the hole because it's really the shot to play, and he's played it pretty well.
Pretty well. He's probably left Kurt something, but not too much.
He didn't get it perfectly over the hole, so he's having a small little whinge to himself. Very important that Kurt does something about these balls, otherwise we're going to see a double and a cannon onto the red with the white and sending the yellow up the other end of the table over the pocket, if not in. Looks reasonably set, that plant. Well, I'm not sure about this shot. Well, he's just bringing his ball down the other end of the table. It was useless.
He's tried to snooker behind the last red there. No, he's done very well, but I think Jake can see it.
The other thing too is that red was useless up there, so he's brought it down into the game. Could use that later on to manufacture something more important as the frame goes on.
Very true.
Yeah. Will Jake actually attack this frame? Will we see him pot the ball over the hole and just go maniac style, pot the other ball and screw into him? But no.
He's played quite a safe shot.
Yeah, it's a very good shot actually.
Kurt now deep in thought, trying to work himself back into the game.
Yeah, and this is actually where you won't see speed pool. There's actually several options that players can choose. Some obviously better than others, and Well, really, he has to find the right option. Not only does he have to find the right option, he's got to execute it correctly.
Absolutely, Jamie. No, that's, I think people forget that the most is that it's not just about being able to pot a ball, but when and how, and if it's worth potting the ball at the time.
Well, his pot. I'm not sure if Kurt wanted to pot that. The only reason I say that obviously is because he put the wide hard up on the back rail. No one wants to play from there. So I've got to say no, he didn't want to pot it.
Terry Bond about to pot the black on the table to go 1-all.
Straight in the hole.
Done it very well, Terry.
And I did say that he was going to go out that shot, so good on you, Bondi.
Yep, and during the game at the start there, Brent was on and out, basically his last ball, jawed it, and Terry's ended up winning the frame. So that's how it works, folks. There's always opportunity in this game.
I believe Kurt needs to play this off the... Oh, he's potted. Well, actually, you know what?
He's left him something. Lifted something.
Well, Jake's going to play W and can the other ball out, but we're still going to have to get some manufacture.
He will extract
going.
one, definitely.
You know what, Kevin? He may actually go the other way. Double, go for the... Yeah, kick the...
That's what I was thinking, Jamie. Double yellow back in the corner, kick the other ball down the end.
No, I'm thinking the opposite way, Kev. I'm thinking clip that finish and cannon the... what would we know? He's playing something completely different.
Completely different, absolutely.
Well, that's not a bad hit, actually.
Just trying to make sure of this, Jake. Not taking on anything too irrational.
Well, Kev,
sure with this front.
He actually may have to take something on soon. Just run out of options. We may see him pot this ball on the bottom cushion and load up with a bit of left-hand side. Getting the ball out of the pocket on this table is too hard.
Very great here. These tables are very made for potting balls. So take your life down hand sometimes when you're trying to cover a pocket here.
Well, he's having a dip at it.
He's done very well.
That's just good touch.
In the semi-final over the ladies section, Ria McLaughlin has caused a big upset, taking out Lyndall Element 4-2. Rio, I think now, going on the idea, has just made the Victorian side, has she, Jane?
Correct, she has made a second Victorian state side.
She's the first person of the Victorian state side 2 years in a row.
I actually did say to her last year that once you make one side, it actually starts getting easier and easier. And well, she didn't even bother going for the team stuff. She just decided to do it in singles.
Yeah, it is probably the easiest way to get in is through this way, and she's done it now. And she's waiting for an opponent to play the final.
I think it's hard, Kev. I've been trying to do it for years, and I can't get in that way.
I think, personally, Jamie, I think you've got to have a lot more ability.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. You're not going to get any arguments.
Look, I think you're the hardest try I've ever seen in A-form, personally, coming up through the ranks watching you. But sometimes I think yourself, you actually need a little bit more belief in your abilities, because you have them, you just choose not to use them as much.
Oh, look at this shot. 2 hits. He screams out 2 hits.
I looked at the shot, Jamie, it looked like a foul.
I think you're right. But, well, not lots of damage done. As I quickly go away from that subject.
Enjoy this, Jamie. I really appreciate you having me on board with you. I know you do this as a regular gig for Keyboard TV, and it's a great thing to do, mate.
I love it, mate. I'll tell you a little secret. I deliberately throw all my matches just so I can do this when this first starts up.
Truthfully, folks, the people listening out, for the people being out there, I'm telling you, Jamie's probably telling the truth. He does love this spot. He normally has a partner in crime, John Russell, the great JR, but JR didn't qualify for Sunday, so he couldn't be here today.
I'm surprised he's not here anyway.
But so I'm very proud to be sitting in his spot, and the seat is holding me, so I'm very up with that too, Joe.
I'd actually also like to say that, I work in IT, I'm a bit over it, so if anyone's got a commentary position out there in any spot, I adapt quickly. Just give me a call, let me know, I'm in. I'll smash it right up.
Again, folks, any applications or things to help out Jamie, please contact us through Keyboard TV. Yeah, we'll be happy to pass that on, I think.
If you need IT support and you're in a business, I'm there for you. Quick selfless plug. Well, Kurt playing a shot to get this ball down into the game. I guess at face value that looked like a stupid shot, but it's actually a very good shot. Just wanted to obviously get the balls further down.
Well, these are actually some of the frames you want to see these boys playing, Jamie, because you can see them make extractions, make big outs and stuff, but sometimes when you're watching a match, you want to see a little bit of chess in the game, and right now you've got one right here.
For sure, and well, Jake is absolute favourite at the moment because he's got the notoriously known as the bottom two pockets covered, which is, well, especially in the old game, if you got those two bottom pockets covered, you always favourite. Pretty rare you see all the balls at the other end of the table.
Very true.
Just going to pot the shallow, is he, and leave him on that? Well, no.
Let's just try to open it up a little bit, see if we can get his inside, but I think he's got it too tight there.
Yeah, I don't know that Jake can actually get any extraction, though. He's just checking it to see if his red will go. Maybe it does. Oh. Mate, seriously?
It doesn't matter where you are. Could be church, a funeral, a wedding. Mobile phones. The technology of today, Jamie. Technology of today.
Not only that, he had to have it at 417 decibels, didn't he? And I'm ashamed to say it was someone from Ballarat.
And just while we're here right now, I see the finalist and now first player into the Victoria Women's State Team for 2012, Dale Bolton, standing over there quite proud of his partner Rio. Obviously, again, he's going to listen to her telling her she's made it and he hasn't, but we'll have to wait and see for the top 40, and the Victorian way of getting in is through the system of qualification. Dale might still make it, you never know, and they can room together. Jamie.
He's not going to worry, he's not going to be upset, he's going to get a result tonight, and he's buzzing about that.
He's going to perform pretty well, I'll tell you, because she's on a high right now.
I'll tell you what, he reckons he just got a result without even talking to her. What happened there? Well, I'm not 100% sure.
He's ball inside, Jamie. He's done very well to promote his ball there.
He's actually used a bit of magic with mirrors and shit there, because I'm not sure what's happened. But yes, it's a super shot. A bit of a click of the fingers from Jake, recognising that, yes, excellent shot. You're now in control of his frame.
Well, as we say, the Harry Potter series is finished now, but we've actually got two young Harry Potters out here with ones, mate, Jamie. Sometimes some of the stuff these two boys do.
I'll tell you, put a bit
pleasure to watch.
You put some brown glasses on McCartney's face, and I'll tell you what, I would have a crack up.
Jake threw the yellow ball right back into that corner, but hasn't fully closed the pocket.
Well, obviously the intention there, cover that pocket, and Kurt with two shots finds it very difficult out on his hands.
Does Kurt open up the red and yellow right now?
Absolutely, there is just not another option on the table.
There you go, folks. Technical advice from Jamie Stevens here, free of charge.
The only thing he needs to make sure he does is not pot the yellow and have a shot after he plays it. Is he possibly checking the face cut double? Surely not. I think he's just making sure that he can kick the red out and not move the yellow. He's hitting his very thin curve, so I'm not sure what his plan is yet.
Run the white right down and come back again, mate.
Well,
there it is.
Yes, I didn't actually agree with that shot.
He's
landed it.
I don't think he's landed it.
Absolute Booper Town.
I don't think he's landed it, so he's going to have to manufacture something right now because he's opened up the game.
Gives the table a quick
Jake is sitting on the edge of his seat, waiting for the opportunity.
And
he's not sitting on the edge of his seat, he's not even watching the front. He's watching Ben's game.
Well, that's just a sign of a true competitor, isn't it? Now he's looking at his fingers.
Well, he has been known to get the odd manicure down at Sybil's manicure and facials.
We can actually see him there. Now he's having to play with his eyes, and I think he's just twinkling his face, trying to attempt to grow a neck.
Meanwhile, Kurt's at the table here trying to work out how he's going to finish these three reds and the white.
Well, Kev, to be honest, I think he has to commit because... Well, look at this shot. Oh, the big effort.
He's left himself off the red that he needs. And he's left himself on the red that he doesn't need, really.
And he could be what is affectionately known as facolied.
Sorry, please explain that.
Facolied? Facolied. Could be in trouble.
I think it's a Latin term, is it?
It is actually solid terminology. It's slang for I'm in big trouble.
Big Trouble in Little Princess.
Hey, not bad, kid.
Great movie.
Well, I'm not actually sure what Kerr can do. Getting the red over the hole is extremely tough. Got to somehow get this red into play, but it's also half saving him because of the yellow there as well.
The real question is, can he see that red deposited inside the yellow? If he can, he might be able to find something to extract.
I have no doubts at all that he can see it. He has no angle to work with to get on this red. He can't do a thing with it.
He's studying the table and his options very precisely here, Kurt.
Yeah, what he was doing there, see how much yellow he could take, because he's going to screw off this and try and get into his 2 balls. Well, okay, so he's just nominated to pot. Obviously, he was really straight because the white ball did not move when he played that shot. But
yeah, very true.
What to do here? Maybe Kerr was face cut it back, but I just don't think that's on. Maybe he can play a face cut and move the yellow with the white and make it on.
He's looking at something. It'll only be in Kurt's head that comes out here.
All I know is he needs an enormous amount of luck if he's going to get this out from this visit. Not saying the frame, but just this visit. Because not only do you have to pot this, you've got to also be on the black. I must say, Kev, too, I didn't actually expect to see one frame of this tightness.
Going this long, you're right.
With these two.
Yeah, very true, mate.
But sometimes balls fall like that.
This is the beauty and the art of the game right here, Jamie. It's not all about potting. And sometimes you have to pull up and really, really, really use your mind.
Introduce your B game.
Introduce your B game, well said.
In other Q Sports news, there was a snooker tournament called the Masters in Frankston. Ryan Thomason has just beaten Steve Mifsud. That is an enormous effort, Ryan. Well done. Meanwhile, Kurt has gone... Look, to be honest, I just didn't see any way out for Kurt there, but that is probably the worst result for him going
absolutely.
in off. Jake's just... Well, he's just going to whack... he's going to stun this in for sure. Bring the white ball back. Touch. Bang. Oh, he's missed it.
Or promote his yellow and use his second shot now.
Well, has he got an angle, Kev, to stun into the yellow near the rail and get it off?
He has the ball in the centre or the ball in the corner. If he doesn't have either of those, he's probably going to use the other ball on the left-hand side to find another angle.
I think we might see him play a snooker here, Kev.
Sorry, Joe?
He'll play a snooker here. Left-hand side of the yellow on the cushion and just sit behind
it. Jamie Stevens has called a snooker from Jake McCartney. I personally can't see it, but he has worked out with a lot much more than I have.
The only reason I say it is Jake loves to play a lot of shots to nothing, and by that, what that means is you play a shot, and if you miss, then you don't leave your opponent on. There's not really any shots to nothing because of where that red is into the black. So there you go. There it is.
There you go, folks. Jamie Stevens again knows his stuff.
Knows Jake's stuff.
Apologise. Knows Jake's stuff.
Just can't play the same. So Kurt will be using...
That is just great to show the young QS of today. Jake McCartney, probably the best QS right now of the round, and has played a safety to make sure he can win this frame. Very important there, to take this on.
As far as Kurt's concerned here, I can't see his 2 cushion escape, try and flick the ball in the top right-hand corner. The other option is, well, this is probably not the coolest option ever in the world, but to pop the yellow over the pocket and screw the white ball up to the top right-hand corner and just try and hope to get back to the table. Actually, that shot's not even on. So here comes what I believe will be a 2 cushion escape. He's given it... Oh, he's actually tried to bottom it and straighten it up.
He's actually missed it, but I'll tell you what, it was about 4 rolls away from landing fat on that red.
And the problem here,
look at this, he's left just a pull shot.
Left a perfect angle of just canning the yellow off.
Absolutely, and there it is. Jake McCartney right now in the box seat, looking to go 2-0 up against Dunham in the semi-final.
Well,
and meanwhile on the other table, Ben Noonan on the black. And There it is. Ben Noonan just plotted the black on the other table.
Jake's actually hit that.
And I think Ben Noonan has gone 2-0 up now against Terry Bond.
Jake's only a 2 mil off perfect off that shot. Now he's in flow mode, and that's in freestyle.
2-0 on the board. There you go. Sorry, Ben Noonan 2-1 up against Terry Bond, and Jake McCartney 2-0 up against Kurt Dunham.
And
race to 5, folks.
What we might do as well, now that we've got the semi-final on Noonan and Bond, we might just change that best of 7 or best of 9 as well, just so it's consistent across the board for the semi-finals.
We have had technicalities with the board today. For some reason, we might have to look to a new company for software. I have no idea about all this stuff, so I'll leave it in the capable hands of Dan, or, as you've advertised before, Jamie Stevens, the IT wizard.
Dan's actually drunk. He's had one beer and he's struggling. So we are now, it looks like Kurt has actually pulled out the Ben Noonan toilet break. And
we might just have a look at Ben Noonan and Terry Bond's game here. Ben's just broken.
He's actually just got a super spread, and he'll be taking yellow balls.
Yeah, I think nothing's down.
Well, Bonnie must have broken it. Well, I'll tell you.
Matt Kerwood, special comments there. Right in the corner, keeping an eye on us. Good work, son.
I'll tell you why there was no other option but yellows there. If you look how these yellows are spread, they're all linking. You don't have to do anything with the white. He's overhit that a little bit. So not on a string quite yet is Benny. Long yellow side cushion to get across for the ball.
Just while Benny's in thought there, Jamie. Kurt's back from the toilet break and he's about to break.
Oh. Well, we might just stay with his frame though, just to see what Benny does. If he doesn't get the out, we'll switch back.
And also just on the other table, Kurt Dunham is broken. White's gone in off the into the cushion pocket, and it's one visit.
So the middle
Jake
pocket.
McCartney. The end pocket, the top left hand.
We won't call him a spastic, it's only the middle pocket if you're going off. Now Benny's actually just, I think he sort of killed that yellow with the black. Probably in all honesty, pretty unlucky, Kev. He could have cannoned that like any way but that, he would have been fine.
Very true, mate. Like we always say, there's always a touch of luck or bad luck in it.
But on the other side of the coin, probably shouldn't have been anywhere near it anyway. So,
true.
Two ways to look at it. But obviously, definitely a concern for Benny as he's taking his time just trying to work out how to deal with it. We might even miss a frame on the other table because of it. Actually, we're gonna flick across the other table real quick because Jake's just about to play a shot defining, an out defining shot. So here comes a very big shot from Jake. Needs to get this cannon right. Well, it's a shame we swapped back over because Benny's just played an enormous shot.
An enormous shot. That was a fantastic shot, Ben Noonan there.
Not sure if that yellow's in the middle. You can only assume that it is. Oh wow, Jack's actually played a safety. What a soft cock. 2-0 up and deciding to just put the screws in. Well, that was on. Well, that's
Ben Noonan, a big shot. We were actually seeing some respect out here on these tables, Jamie, because Drake's just played a safety again. No one wants to take it easy. They want to make sure of their shots because they know that there's so much on hand here for this in these matches. Yeah. So much reward at the end.
There's a bit of respect now. Actually, I love watching Benny play. Not this shot, but the shot coming up after it.
Absolutely.
I love watching him play. He's got too straight. Or actually, has that mate? That yellow might be off the cushion, but he might be okay.
Absolutely.
I think he'd be able to stun out past the red and actually have a pretty good shot at this.
Well, if he was going to play this shot, Ben Noonan's a chance.
No, he's running through, so he's actually obviously got a little bit of angle. Wow, look at that! He's forced the white.
Very nice shot.
Good angle.
And Jake again has played a great safety on the other table.
Ben Noonan goes 3-1 up and looking favourite at the moment as far as the scoreboard is concerned.
Just so you know, folks, Jo Brown has just plotted the black to give her the win and make her first stateside for Victoria.
Oh, that is huge. And apparently she has taken on all comers this weekend and smashed them all. So good on you, JJ.
Jo Brown and Rhiannon McLaughlin, two players who've never played for the singles title, about to go toe-to-toe for the women's singles Victorian 2012 singles title, and both of them are now heading to Queensland for the Nationals.
Obviously that new diet that I put JJ on not long ago is actually paying dividends. Anyone wants the recipe, come and see me. It's a female-only recipe.
Jake has played another safety. It's three in a row.
He actually had two there, Kev, to be honest. He didn't really have much on offer.
No, fair enough. That's the shot you got to play. It's the shot you should play. As the great John Russell says, the right shot is the right shot.
That is true. Nice little shot of the queuing there with a bent arm. Oh, he moves his arm a little bit there. You see, he just moves his arm.
No, I missed that.
Just sort of moves his front arm a bit. Got to keep that still. We're joined by the man of the mirror, Mick Scary. He's got a bit of a... He's decided to go to the beverages like all of us when we don't continue any longer in the tournaments.
Both Victorian representatives we just found out. Great effort by Tracy Scary and Linda Element to make the semi-finals, and I'm sure those girls will come through the ranks.
Happy with that shot. He hasn't covered the pocket. He hasn't
Victorian 8-ball trials.
Damage. Jake's going to take this ball, and it's going to be like a shot to enough. He's going to try and cannon the balls on the right-hand side of the cushion. So you'll see this with a little bit of pace. He's actually sort of softened it a little bit. That's pretty bad shot, considering what he was trying to do.
Jamie. Still a lot of work to do there, actually.
The one thing Yaz does is he's actually made the black off the yellow if he manages to manufacture somehow.
Yeah, there it is. Something positive.
But I can't see an out on Kev. This is actually amazing. Who would have thought that the Ben Noonan versus Terry Bond match would go quicker than the Jake McCartney versus Gert Dunham match?
Not say I. Not say I, Jamie.
I thought if we put this match on first, we'd be able to switch over and see the end of the other match, and I was actually wrong. Well, so far.
Well, there it is. Jake's just tried to promote the red, and he's killed the black a little bit. But still probably in check.
This frame's not looking like finishing anytime soon either, so we've got another 47-minute match on our hands.
Definitely, their frames are going the distance right now.
So once again, Kurt asked to call on his B game.
Down to the shot there, tried to extract something, nearly worked for him.
I'm going to watch both tables at once here just for a little bit, just because there's a bit of stuff going on both tables.
Terry Bonder's at the table at the moment, he's on the yellows.
You know what?
Hasn't got much of a shot, he's got one behind when he moves, you'll see the ball, there it is. He's got that pretty much to play with and see what he can come up with.
And if he did miss a shot before, Benny's actually tried to play a shot where he's put one red inside the other. Just they sort of both jawed out and landed a bit average, but the white balls
felt very lucky
too
for
good.
him. Yeah, exactly.
Now, Ben, did you mean to play that shot? You probably know.
Kurt's pulled off a magic shot, although I just think Jake will just leave him there. But
meanwhile, on the other table,
great shot by Kurt.
Just played a horrible shot.
Who, Kurt?
Bondi just played an absolute horrible shot, and he's basically handed this match to Ben, in my opinion.
I'm sorry, you talked about Terry there. Okay.
Yeah. We've just got both tables going. We're going to flick back to the other match again as soon as Ben pots this black, which he just smashes in like it's over the hole.
4-1 and on the hill, as you say, Jamie?
Yep. And this match is the one that's in greater contention now.
Jake McCartney on the other table has just left the ball where it is, conceded 2 visits, and left Kurt Dunham. In theory, we probably have to waste one straight away.
Yes, it's amazing how we're seeing him in a lot of trouble early on in these tactical battles, but last one he did get back into with that amazing shot. JR has just rang Dan Lynch asking how to get to cue ball tech. Seriously, Buffer, it's the internet, it's not hard to use, mate. Just type in www.cueball.tv. Not hard, mate. Just use that little thing with all the letters and numbers on it in front of you.
And JR, once you are on here, mate, we can't wait for you because we will have a couple of special comments coming your way.
Yeah, if you can just send Dan an SMS when you actually are on, so we can actually not waste those comments. So once again, we're going to see McCartney just roll up behind like a little lamb hiding in the grass.
Ben Noonan's just missed a shot on the other table. He was on looking for an out to finish this match, and he's enjoyed the balls and turned it into Terry's chance now. Because
that was just nothing but a lapse of concentration from Ben, that shot.
Because balls are all tied up now, and Terry loves nothing better than that.
Well, Kurt has just used his first shot, just promoted the yellow, but there's still this problem of these clustered balls on the right-hand side of the table. So he's going to try and come off the back cushion, get into this pack. There it is, and I tell you what, he's
tried to extract it. Very unlucky there, Kurt. Very unlucky.
He actually has been a little bit. The worst part for him with that shot is he's actually extracted the black and nothing else, and he's actually got no control of his frame. So a little bit of a chalk smash on the table there, just to. And another first and probably a milestone for Victorian 8-ball. The women are probably going to finish before the men.
We'll have to go back to the archives, Jamie, and just check through that to make sure that
don't need to, mate. Don't need to. But there was not sure how many entries the girls had, but I think they started at the last 8, whereas the men started at the last 16. So that probably brings things a bit more in perspective back. A few more matches to play.
Kurt didn't get the result he was looking for. He's looking for a bit of a snooker there, and he's left himself Jake fat on the ball.
Yeah, he's played a bit bad, but
given Jake the opportunity, and Jake's played his shot.
Jake's decided to snooker himself.
That has just caught himself right up, Jamie. You wouldn't expect it, and you wouldn't expect it from Jake McCartney right here.
The wet-headed sheepdog is having a bit of a laugh to himself.
He's doing a little bit of a dance here. He's in a mode where he just can't believe what he's just done to himself.
I think he's actually been a little bit too casual a couple of times. Well, he's hit it.
He's hit the red, which is quite an achievement in itself after his disappointing shot just previously.
Yeah, that's probably been his worst shot of the entire weekend so far.
We wonder if he's starting to tie up with the casino joint. He wants to use shit cam, Jamie. I think he's talking about shit cam.
Michael Scary's got some weird fetishes going on. He wants to take the camera to the toilet with him while he does number twos.
Well, he's not the first bloke who's put a camera in a toilet.
No, I have heard about that, actually.
I'd rather not mention names, but he's not the first one.
Probably don't need to. Probably
It's not new material.
probably common knowledge. Well,
That's a nice shot there.
well,
Nice shot by Kurt Dunham.
yeah, geez, I don't know, Kev. It's, I think that could be the end of his frame. Not this shot, unless he gets this right. But the thing is, you can play the white ball as a safety shot to the bottom cushion where you leave
Yes, he can.
bugger all, and
Yes,
all your balls are on. But I think he's going to try and take this off the red and play the... Oh, he's just missed it.
Yeah.
Only just missed that, but...
He's left Kurt Dunham an opportunity, not a big one, but he's at the table. We can only wait and see now what he tries to find here.
Tell you what's absolutely amazing, Kev, is that red has blocked off the double into the middle for that yellow that's on the side cushion.
You're right, Jamie.
First thing I saw, like, obviously that's the problem ball, what do you do with it? And then I saw the double was cut off. Incredible. And it's actually not that easy to kick off with using another yellow. There's sort of not really a lot you can work with because that black's in the way of a couple of balls as well.
As we know, watching this game and playing this game ourselves, Jamie, half a roll can change destiny.
Yes, and the destiny's looking all in McCartney's hands right now. But Kurt Dunham can produce some pretty insane shots now. And as we saw, that red taking the yellow pocket earlier on, it's the old switcheroo.
Absolutely. There's always opportunity for at the table. Terry Bond just tried to do that on his table. Just missed out on that, but still plenty in that match. As Ben Noonan leads 4-1, race to 5.
So it looks like Tracy Scary couldn't get over the line either, and the Scary family not having a completed weekend, but still, for the whole family to get the results that they did, can't be too upset.
I think you've got to be in it to win, and they've had a go at it, and they've performed to an opportunity.
Actually, I think Tracy will be pretty happy with the last 4 result. Obviously disappointed not to win, but I think she'll be pretty happy with the last 4. That's a pretty good effort. Meanwhile, McCart... Actually, Kurt's obviously played a really good shot. I haven't even watched her, Kev, sorry. But he's played a good containing safety. And he has just hit a cushion with the cannon on the yellow to the side cushion. And that's made things quite messy. I'm not really sure I agree with that shot,
If you look at both tables right at this moment, Jamie, there's a lot of work to be done on both tables right now.
Yeah, definitely. I have to say, I'm not really sure I agree with that shot Jake's played. He could have put the screws right on Kurt to just, try and make a massive out 2-0 down. Yep. But he's sort
actually, we might change over to Ben's game. He's on and out here. He's actually extracted a ball and he's on and out. 3-ball yellow out.
Here you are saying it was all tied up, Kev. You're saying it was all tied up and he's on and out.
One shot and it completely changed the whole game. You didn't notice it.
Well, he's landed perfect.
Ben Noonan, 2 yellows and a black to put himself into the final of the Victorian 8-ball championship and book a ticket to Queensland.
The state team. Which is very lucky for him because he probably would have struggled to make it in the team's qualifying stages because I don't think he's ever missed it.
I think the last time Ben missed out on a Victorian side was Jesus was born.
He was 6 years old.
He was 6.
Yeah.
Right.
No, Ben was.
Ben was. Right. Fair call.
No, I think
he is on the black, on the hill.
Ben Noonan into the
side. Ben Noonan.
But very good effort from Terry Bond.
A fantastic effort by Terry Bond, a gentleman of the game, and has really achieved many things in this game himself. So,
and somehow, I don't know what's happened, but McCartney's just got, this frame, thanks.
McCartney's gone crazy while we haven't been watching. He's just plotted the play. He's gone 3-0 ahead.
Now he's gone to the toilet. I tell you what, I'm going to join him. And that's not for any other reason except that I need to go.
So we'll have a quick break, folks. We'll be back with you with Jake McCartney leading 3-0 in the semi-final of the Victorian 8-ball. And Ben Noonan has just made the final after taking care of Terry Bond. Actually, folks, just quickly, just so before we go to the break, we've been told by the President of the Victorian 8-ball Association that The women's final will be played on the table next to Jake and Kurt's game, and the competition will be between first-time Victorian representative Joe Brown and twice representative now Rio McLaughlin. First time they'll be both playing for the finals. So we'll get back to you in a sec, okay? Here we are, folks, back Jake McCartney is back on the table. He's on and out to try and get the 4-0 lead. And on the other table, actually, we have the women's final just begun with Rio and Joe Brown playing off for the Victorian final.
And what's the best of, Kev, that one?
We're just about to find that out.
Most likely will be a best of 7 as a guess. It could be a best of 9.
Best of 7, race to 4 for the ladies' Victorian A4 title.
Jake McCartney has just played a very, very good shot. So yeah, this is looking very bad for Kurt. Jake will pot this ball up top. He's just eyeing off right now. Jesus, I cannot believe how much the table you cannot see when he's in the way of it. And he will screw back probably to about where he is now with that white. Just making sure he doesn't shirt foul. And there it is. And he's landed. He's pretty much where I said. And he will.
I've got to tell you, folks, that shot he just played may have looked easy. May seem easy to most people. But that shot there is about what Jake McCartney's about at this stage in his career.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to
say,
Kev, that wasn't the key shot. This is the key shot right now.
Not the key shot, but that actual shot. But to play that shot like he did then, most people would jaw that ball and let it come right out.
Yep.
He just plays it.
Oh, speaking of jawing balls.
There's an example of the shot we weren't talking about there. By the way, the box, Jamie, it's just great to watch some of these young Victorian boys sitting here behind us, just watching and learning.
Oh, they're fans, mate. They're future commentators.
The future Victorian pool, the future of the national championships.
Well, we've actually just been told why Jake missed that ball. He tilted his head slightly to the left and his whole body went off balance due to the weight of his head, and well, that's a pretty logical explanation.
Actually, what I've been told, they haven't got scales that can weigh his head. They can't find scales to weigh his head. I've been told this. Is that true, James?
It is true. The other problem he has is if he actually oh wow, well, I'm going to stop hanging shit on him for a minute. I can't believe he's missed that.
I think Kurt's just cost himself the competition there.
Well,
missed a ball that he probably needed to get there.
Yes. Now, you would think that the obvious shot here is just pop the yellow the white's ball in, but that is actually like the worst shot you could ever play right now. That is the last ball because it's just straight onto the black. You don't have to do anything with the white.
Personally, I think you'll play it now that you've said that.
Probably will, just to make an imbecile of me. But I can't see him doing it.
And here he goes.
So he's not playing the ball well. Obviously, you've misinterpreted me, Kev. I said the ball near the black that he wouldn't play.
Oh, sorry, Jamie, I wasn't even listening to you there.
No,
you wouldn't even think that.
Once, oh, really? Well, he took that easy. Took that real easy. Just, you know, he was actually so upset with his previous shot. He's like, I'm just going to smash this in, get position, go game.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
But the thing is, he kind of played it as a shot to nothing.
He did,
because he's left no shot.
Which, as you say, is one of Jake's standard moves.
He's very good
shot
at
of his.
Very good at playing the shot.
I think more people who watch Jake and notice how he does that would learn a lot from that shot. The idea that he plays it to nothing.
As Mick Delahunty would say, I have no doubt. Look at this reply from...
He's given it a shot. I'm not sure if he's on it actually. We'll have to wait to see what Jake calls.
I don't think he's actually on this.
He hasn't mentioned the word total yet, so we'll just wait to hear from him.
I think he can pot it in the far right corner.
Well, he actually can.
No, he cannot. I've got imbeciles behind me trying to say that you could cut that in the middle. I'll tell you what, no wonder you are not at the table. Anyone that thought you could cut that ball in the middle, I'll tell you what, just turn your monitor off immediately. Do not ever watch this ever again.
Basically, I think Kurt here right now needs this opportunity to be done. He has to find something here.
And yeah, he definitely does.
He hasn't put a run on the board yet, and he needs to step up. It really puts the pressure on Jake.
Yep, and that ball that's on the side rail isn't fun, but it will be his last ball. He'll be trying to get off it just off straight, or even just dead straight, and drop it in. So, key shot coming up. Needs it to stop a little. That's a pretty good shot.
He's giving himself a chance here.
All Kurt will be doing now, he won't be concerned with getting too close to it. He'll just be making sure that he gets on that just off that side cushion on the right hand side. So you'll see him stunning off 1, 2 rails and trying to get probably halfway up the cushion. 1, 2, halfway up the cushion, and that's perfectly executed. And the reason I said off the cushion is because he can actually just drop this in dead weight. The white ball, yes, it will stay on the cushion, but he'll have the black in the opposite corner. He'll probably be almost dead straight on.
That's right. Yeah, very true.
But if he wants to stun it in with pace, I think it's a mistake. There we go. He's put it in. There we go.
I've got to tell you right now, folks. Kurt's about to pot a black, but on the other table, Rio McLaughlin has just pulled off a great shot to pot a black. To go 1-0 up.
Actually, we've just asked for, we've just had the replay call, and I tell you what, this is, wow, that's amazing.
Kurt's missed the shot.
I'm actually going to. I feel for Kurt, so I'm going to go away from that shot. And we're not going to dwell on it, but I'm going to just go on the whole replay thing. As I was saying before, sponsors and donations and stuff. If you guys actually get some more cash for Keyboard TV, replays would actually be a possibility. So I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Replays would be a possibility. So get involved.
And Jake's played a pretty standard shot here. Last ball on the yellow, get on the black.
Yeah, this is just
4-0 lead into the last
2 cushions. Rack. I'm sorry, but this match is over. You cannot not take those chances and expect to win 5 frames in a row.
That's right.
And other than that, Jake's going to have at least 2 breaks. So this is just trouble town for Kurt.
He's 4-0 up, Jake. 4-0 up. I think It's a hard ask for Kurt, but I know Kurt's got the game and the ability to be able to do something with it. So, stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. This isn't over yet.
Team Lala, Rhiannon. Can I try not to hang too much shit on the girls because they do suck up a bit if you hang them too much shit on them. So, try and refrain.
Yeah, I'm going to say, Jamie.
Look at this shot from Rhiannon. That is very attacking.
I know both girls quite personally, and I'm very, very happy for both of them and the efforts they've put over the weekend to get to this position.
Actually, the two girls that are playing are probably two of the ones that you probably can hang a bit more shit on them without them sucking up too much.
Absolutely, and look, I'm sure these two would be overjoyed right at this moment to be playing for this title.
However, neither of them should be content with the fact that they're already in the team and just be happy with what they got. They should be fighting their guts out to win this Victorian title.
Because in real life, Jamie, a winner never wants to come second.
Not only that, they're rare to come by. And Jojo puts the red over the hole.
Safety. Ball over the pocket, making Rio have to think about what she's going to do.
So we just switch back to Kurt, who's going to have another crack at potting out. This one, very gettable. So I'm actually really, even though Jake's my best mate, I want Kurt to win this frame just to, you've got to put a bit of excitement in this.
Kurt really needs to let Jake know that he hasn't gone away, that he's still here and he really wants to have a go at
If you actually watch the way Kurt's running these balls out, he's had enough. He's had enough of this rubbish. He's getting into it. He's just going to free roll and he's got nothing to lose. And a nice out there from Kurt. Providing he pots this. Yeah,
that's how easy it can look, folks, out there.
Maybe he should have done that from the start of the match.
Yep.
He's potting balls with his hands, his sides of his cues. He's doing everything now. He's actually very pumped.
Rejected, I think, with the scoreline as it is. The opportunities are not taking advantage of them. But that out just then, folks, was just basically what we call ABC. And as the great Michael Jackson used to say.
It actually wasn't as easy. He made that look like stupidly easy the way he played it. But meanwhile, JoJo's decided to have a crack here. Pretty sure.
Yeah, here we have Joe Brown. I actually have a nickname for her myself, Jamie.
That's just JoJo.
That's somebody else's. My nickname for her is Substance.
Substance.
I think she works a lot of committees and works on behind the scenes.
Oh, that sort of substance. Yep, no worries.
She has a fantastic effort when she does that sort of thing. She's right on it. Covers all bases. And right now she's on third base, looking to come home.
Third base. Mate, I was happy in the day when I could get to third base.
From what I heard, Jamie, not trying to get into it, but I think the girls preferred when you got home and left. But we won't go there. We'll get back onto the serious stuff here, and Rio McLaughlin at the table.
Actually,
we'll swap back quickly into Jake there because
I think this could be in smash.
He's 4-1 at the moment, and the balls are open.
I've just wasted some cool comments about substance and third bases and stuff because connections dropped. That's alright. It's being recorded, so we're good. So Jake McCartney has given himself every opportunity to win this match at this visit.
As the saying goes, right here, right now, hey? Let's do it right here, right now. So Jake.
Well, after what Kurt did the last frame, you just don't want to give him another shot now because matches can turn so fast, especially if he decides he's had enough and he's just going to get on with it.
Well, he's 3 balls away and the black. Do you want me to knock my microphone off then, Jamie? This is the problem with live TV, mate. It goes out everywhere.
Well, Jake McCartney now. Jake McCartney is actually...
Two balls and a black. Two balls and a black away, Jamie.
This is the shot. I was going to say, what's he doing playing the other one? But he's
as Tom Cruise would say, no.